Hello? Hello? Just to be safe, I'll wait like 30 seconds before I get into my talking. But by the way, I think it's probably gonna be normal that right after I do a podcast episode. Okay, wait, I should let me wait 30 seconds. Okay. Yeah, yeah, yeah. Okay. Okay. See, I don't know why YouTube does that, but I saw in my last live. I don't know. Okay, but now I think should be okay. So welcome everyone. Today is May 5th, 2024. Right now it's 10:10 p.m. here in Korea. So first, as I was just saying earlier, I think it feels pretty normal for me now that right after I do a podcast episode, I will come here to do a live. I mean, cause I have to wear makeup when I do those podcast episodes because who knows anyone who could be watching them, you know? But then for lives, I'm more casual about it. Before the podcast is like what's the word? It's like a business official thing. Not official, but I mean I take it seriously. It's like part of my work basically. And so I feel like I should look good when I'm doing my podcast, right? And so since I already, put in all this work in this makeup, I might as well do a live as well. But the thing is, I usually have something to talk about. So if I don't have something to talk about, then I wouldn't do a live. And so, anyways, can I put myself on track? I'm really need to practice putting myself on track. So one second. So this live for today is talking about Shonatol, as the title says, because I went to go see him yesterday, and it was so interesting. And so here's the thing. So by the way, happy May. All right, so happy May. It's not my April went by too fast, but I had a great April. As you guys know, I did so many things in April for my birthday month and all my anniversaries. So it was all good, except I really wanted to do one more live for the last day of April, but sadly I had too much work. So that's the thing to let you guys know. I am so busy right now. And so I think sadly for May you're going to see me less often, but you might see me more often in my K shopper because if you guys know, Monster X characters have a pop-up store that's going to open on May 9th. So right now, even though it's 4 days away, I have to prepare for it, especially for customers who might be watching me. And you guys know that I will talk to you guys about it later. So yeah, I really have to finish all that. So I'm also hoping this will be a short live as well. So let me just get straight into it. I saw Shawnoo Great Common Musical yesterday. And sorry, let me finish up why you yeah, so I couldn't do a live for the last day of April even though I wanted to because I've been busy. That's right. So just FYI, I'll be busy for a while, but it's okay. It's okay. And I'll see you guys when I see you guys. Okay, so anyways, I have to tell you guys about how I was seeing Shawnoo yesterday. Okay, sorry. I need to put myself on track 1 second. Sorry, I just yeah, my brain is really melting because I'm working too much, but don't worry, guys. It's like it's my normal work, but just these days it's more work than normal. But I'm don't worry about me. But please understand why my brain is not working well these days. So first thing to let you guys know is that April 29th, that was the day the I Am concert in Korea ticketing open. And so of course I tried to get tickets and kind of no surprise, but I mean, would be nice if we do get a surprise one of these days, but no surprise. I could not get a ticket for IM's Korea concert. So, how it happened, it opened at 8 p.m. I was right there when it opened at 8 p.m. I go in and it says I'm number 70,000. I'm like, okay, what can we do? And so I just wait. I just wait and I'm just like, okay, we'll see if I get a ticket by the time I'm out of this waiting queue. And so it's just luck at the end of the day. Like, of course we have PC bongs here, which is basically a computer a computer room where people usually go there for gaming because they would have really fast internet, and like overall their computers is best for gaming basically. So that's why PC bongs were created. And so usually K-pop fans would go there too because thinking that since the internet is faster, we can have a better chance at getting tickets. And sometimes you do. Sometimes you do, but at the end of the day, it's pure luck. So for past K-pop concerts, I went to a PC bong to try to get a ticket, but every single time, I've tried maybe 5 times already. Every single time I go to the PC room to try to get a ticket, I still fail. Like, it's complete luck at the end of the day. So, after my attempt to go to PC rooms, PC bong, yeah, sorry, I'm interchanging the words, but yeah, it never works out for me. And so basically how I experience getting concert tickets in a PC bong is like the same thing I am at home. So I'm just like I'm not going to do it anymore. And so yeah, so just for my home, I go and it says I'm number 70,000 and I'm like, "Okay. Oh well." So I wait. I wait until it's my turn to go through. And so I think I waited about 20 minutes, which I felt that was normal. Yeah, 70,000 in line. So it took 20 minutes until I got to the ticketing page. And of course, almost everything almost everything was sold. And so I'm just looking around thinking, well, we'll see, who knows. And so sometimes I did see a seat open. Sometimes. So I think I would see one seat pop up very randomly while I'm looking around, just refreshing and looking around. So I think it happened to me 5 times, I think 5 times where I see one square that was open. I'm just, "Oh my gosh," and so I quickly try to get it as soon as possible, but by the time I click on it, it says this seat is already taken. I'm just like, "Okay." No surprise as well. So, I kinda was lucky that I was able to at least see an open seat open when I was, like, refreshing it, trying to see any more open, but every time I try to get that seat, it says, "It's already taken," and I'm like, no surprise as well. So it's pure luck. So that's the reality of getting concert tickets in Korea for a group that's pretty popular. IM said this on Bubble. He said, "I'm not that popular," and I'm like, I don't know why the heck he would say that. So I'm just like, whatever. And so anyway, so Monster X is considered pretty popular, at least in terms of concert tickets. And ever since 2019, I have failed to get any Monster X concert tickets. So yeah, they're popular, and they still are, and I think they got even more popular since 2019, and I think that's why I keep failing to get a concert ticket. And so I'm just like, no surprise, no surprise. Sadly, even though this is a bigger venue, it could hold maybe 4 to 5,000 people, but as I just said, I was number 70,000 in line. So what can we do? So just thought to let you guys know, don't come to Korea for a K-pop concert. I don't know why you would at this rate. I mean, unless the K-pop group you want to go to is not popular, or if you get super lucky. I know like many overseas fans were able to go to MX FanCon last year, and they just very luckily were able to get a ticket. But me living in Korea, I was not lucky to get a ticket. So it's definitely just pure luck. And if you're able to get a ticket to a Korea concert, that's great. But I wouldn't suggest it because of my experience. It's so I feel like it's impossible for me to ever see a Mos X concert in Korea at this rate. And then I see the ticketing for overseas in those countries, they still have seats available, and I'm just like, I have a better chance to see Monster X not in Korea, which is really crazy to say, right? And so I actually did see this tweet once of a fan saying, "Why are Korean fans buying tickets for the overseas concerts? Like they're so greedy and selfish. Like they can see Monster X in Korea all the time." And I'm like, if only they knew. So I don't blame any Korean fan that wants to see the IM concert overseas, and I hope you guys don't judge them either because it's really difficult to see a concert in Korea now, at least for Monster X. So unless it's an unpopular group, then it's easy to get their tickets. But for Monster X level of popularity, it is so difficult to get their concert tickets. So I just attest to it and just yeah. But yeah, I talked about this before that I would consider going to Tokyo to see IM concert, but I've knocked sense out of me. I'm not gonna do that. It's not worth all that time and money. No, thank you. It'll be worth it for a Monster X concert for sure. So I feel pretty sure I'm never gonna see a Monster X concert in Korea at this rate. I have to accept it. Okay, so then yeah, I would be one of those Korean fans that would try for an overseas ticket because I think should be easier to see them overseas. And so yes, I just want to put that out there. Don't think too much about Korean fans going overseas because I think we have a better chance to see it overseas than in Korea, sadly. But keep in mind though, I'm still very lucky to live in Korea as a K-pop fan. I still prefer to live in Korea as a K-pop fan because as you guys know, I have seen Shawnu so many times, you know? So I'm very grateful each musical day he's in is the tickets are not fully sold out. That's very lucky. Okay. If it was anyone else who's more popular than Shawnu, I'm pretty sure all the seats will always be sold out. And so I'm kind of glad that he's not as popular as I think he is, but I'm still confused about that. And so, anyways, I'm able to see Shawnee so many times. And then with IM, even though I don't get to go to his concert, I'm able to see him at every single festival. So I'm not sure how many tickets are available for these outdoor festivals, given he can sell out 5,000 people in a concert. So I don't know, but I don't think I ever see 5,000 fans at these festivals. So I'm still not sure about that. But then again, maybe most fans would prefer to see a concert instead of a festival. So that could be it as well. But I personally don't feel like I see a lot of IM fans when I go to these festivals. So it's always it's always confusing to me. So anyways, don't feel too bad for me. I still benefit a lot living in Korea, of course, and I just hope no one has any bad feelings for any Korean fan that wants to see them overseas. And just letting you guys know, I will not be one of them, but I surely might be for an Monster X concert. So yeah, but I mean, I still think that's so unfair in some sense that I live in Korea, but the only way I could see my favorite group at a concert is only overseas. Does that make sense? So that doesn't make sense because it makes more sense that overseas fans come to Korea to see a K-pop concert because it's easier for them. That makes more sense, of course, right? But the opposite happening that it's easier for me to see my favorite K-pop group not in Korea. Right? So it feels sucky, right? It doesn't feel good, but I've just accepted it. I've seen all their concerts between 2018 2019 and then going into 2020 just kind of non-existent, but I take advantage of when I can to go see them, as you guys know, and I get to see them at music shows. That's pure luck, as you guys know, when I see them at music shows. But at least I have been able to have those opportunities. Well, you guys overseas don't have those opportunities, so it's we still give and take things like that. So that's why, in the end of the day, even though I can never see a Monsta X concert in Korea anymore, I still can have I can still see them at other things though. So it's okay, but it still sucks, right? It's still so I got that off my chest. And so anyways, I sometimes still go check I am concert ticketing to see if anyone cancels tickets because if it's just good time, it's just based on luck. It's just if I see a canceled ticket and I can grab it before anyone else does, then cool. But so I did that the first couple of days, but every time when I kept doing that, it's always no tickets available, just all the time. And I'm just like, is this really worth it anymore? And so I also think to myself, do I really want to see him in concert? I mean, would be nice, okay? I love the guy, don't get me wrong. I love the guy, but he's not my ultimate bias, as you guys know. And it's just yeah, I just feel like I don't like putting so much effort and time into something when there's no result in it. And gonna see him in June for the festival. So just having that in mind, I'm just like, why am I going through all this to see his concert? Is this really worth it? So after a few days of me trying to find any canceled tickets, I'm like, this is not worth it anymore. I just don't want to look at it anymore because every time when I go look at it and each time there's no tickets available, it puts me in that bad mood every single time. So I feel like it's not good for me mentally as well that I keep being in a bad mood every time when I check his tickets and it's always sold out all the time. So I've just decided it's not worth it anymore. And yeah, so just let you guys know, it's okay. I still don't feel good about it, but it is what it is. And just it's not surprising. I still can't go see their concert. So anyways, so anyways, now that I have that sad news out of the way, finally, let me talk about Shawnu. So, The last time I saw Shawnu's musical was the day before my birthday, April 17, and I was tempted always I'm always tempted to see him more times because, when's the next time I'll see Shawnu, right? And so I still have that urge inside of me. I want to see more Shawnu musicals, but of course my wallet tells me no, but I mean, I could afford more, but I need to save the times when I could see him when it's more of a significant date for me. And so anyways, I've always been tempted, but I decided no. And the only thing I decided to go see was the K Will, Yeonjung, and Leo musical, which was on April 25th. And so still I feel like I'm seeing this musical once a week. Okay. It's like I okay, so anyway, so the last time I saw Shawnee was April 17th. The last time I saw the musical was on April 25th. And so now May 4th, I see the musical again, at least this time for Shawnee. Hi, Lulu. Okay, Lulu. I was hoping you would be here. So Lulu, hi again. So first thing I did was that I talked about I am concert ticketing for me. So I just wanted to get that sad conversation out of the way. And then now I'm finally talking about Shaunatal. So Lulu says hi, sorry. No, yeah, okay. So you were here when I was talking about. Yeah, don't be sorry. It's okay. I mean it sucks, but thank you for your empathy, I guess. Yeah. So it's okay. Don't worry about it. And did it sell out so quickly? So Lou, I said that once I got through when ticketing opened, I was in the waiting room and I was number 70,000. So that's just the luck of the game. I click it when it opened and I get number 70,000. So after I was out of the waiting room, it took about 20 minutes. So after 20 minutes, I go see what seats are available. Of course, basically nothing. So I did see sometimes a single seat open up and I would try to get it as fast as I can, but then it would just say it's already taken. And I'm just like, no surprise. So I would like to believe it probably sold out in like 5-10 minutes, most likely, because that's how it was last year too. Sold out in 5 to 10 minutes. So same thing this time too. And it's just pure luck. And so anyway, so I already talked about it earlier and just wanted to get it out of the way that I'm never gonna see a Monster X concert in Korea at this rate. But it's okay because I still have more things that I can benefit from living in Korea. Just can never see their concert, but I try to make the best of it that there's still more things in Korea that I can do, just not a concert. And Lulu says, "Did you get more Comet seats from sales?" So Lou, so I'll now talk about the musical which I just started now. So for the April 25th Great Comet, which is when I saw K Will, Yeonjung, and Leo, but I already talked about that whole thing and how hilarious it was. So that sale was only 20% off of Great Comet and VIP seats. And I was tempted to see a Shawnee one, but it was only for the April shows. But none of his shows had the actors that I wanted to see together with him. And I'm just like, do I really need to see another Comet or VIP seat? I'm just like, I'm already going to see him yesterday, May 4th, at a Comet seat. So I decided no, I controlled myself for April. I didn't want to see Shawnee again. And I already bought my ticket for May 4th anyway. I was gonna see him soon, and so I did not buy any more tickets to see Shawnee in April. And now for May, let me talk about that later. Okay. And then Lulu says, "You're not confident in seeing MX in Seoul either." Yeah. We'll try for Tokyo instead. Yeah, Lou. Yeah, Lou. So I talked about that earlier as well. There are some international fans who luckily could get a ticket to see them in Korea because I saw a lot of international fans were able to see FanCon last year. And so I was just like, dang, they're so lucky. I'm living in Korea, couldn't get a ticket, but they live overseas, did ticketing by themselves, and was able to get a ticket. So it's totally on luck. And I sadly have the worst luck in the world. And so Lulu, you can still try. You can still try. Who knows? You could have really good luck. You may never know. And so just definitely have low expectations. That's the best I can say about that. Except I do want to think you have a better chance to see it in Tokyo than in Korea. Yeah. So that's my opinion about it. And maybe I'll go see Monsta X with you in Tokyo, girlfriend. Yeah, because I really don't think I could ever see them in Korea at this rate. Yeah, unless suddenly Monsta X doesn't get popular anymore. But as long as they're still at this level of popularity, I sadly don't think I could ever see their Seoul concert ever again. Yeah, so I just really want to just set my expectations this low because I'm sick of being so disappointed of not being able to be a fan of Monsta X, being able to go to their concert. It's sad for me, but I just need to let it go and just I have to accept this expectation. Yeah. So anyways, let's try in Tokyo. And I really like traveling in Japan. I honestly really do. I was getting sick of it because of my brother, but our last trip together, I honestly kind of enjoyed it. And so I would like to go take a vacation in Japan again, and even better if I could see a K-pop concert, even better if it's a Monster X concert. So I would like to see in Tokyo. Okay, so maybe I'll see you there. And then yeah, and Lulu says she'll wait for FanCon instead. I think that's a good idea. Yeah, yeah. And hopefully we can get tickets. But if not, of course we could always see it online. I'm at least grateful they at least do online, but of course it'd be better if we could go in person. But hey, maybe at least for Wano, because usually Wano tickets are so easy to get. So if you want to come for Wano, and I'll see you there. Yeah, we'll see. So back to Great Comet. I saw Shawnee yesterday, May 4th. It was May the 4th be with you day. And so if you guys don't know or don't remember, and I just want to give this for reference, is that I bought this ticket um I believe end of March. So I bought it super early on because I was in that mode of like, "Oh, I really think I should just prepare to try to see if I could see Shawnu at any future days." And also I really want to see Shawnu act with Yeonjung, who's playing Natasha. She's in Cosmic Girls. I love her voice so much, and I think she plays a great Natasha. So I've yet to ever see Shawnu act with Yeonjung, because all his April shows, none of them are with Yeonjung. And I was just like, what the heck is going on? And so I checked the May shows, and he has lots of shows in May with Yeonjung. So it was end of March, and I was just really like, I really want to see a show with Shawnu and Yeonjung. And so as I was looking through May, I saw for May 4th a comet seat in a section that I want to see in. And so I thought, that is so lucky. So I just got it right away. I got it right away, and thankfully no one got it before me. And so the section I was in is that so last time when I did a comet seat, I was in the back. So I was in the back on the right side. So I hope that if you guys see the seating map, it's the right side is section D. So I was in D, right side comet. And it was good because I was able to see Shawnu pretty up close a lot at that time. But when I was looking through the whole musical, he was on the other side more often, in my opinion. So I was thinking, I really would like to see a comet seat on the other side and see how that is. And I especially would like to be more upfront for the comet seat, since I was in the back last time. And so I was hoping for that section up front on the other side to see Shawnu. And I luckily did for this day, May 4th. I just saw it open. That's the comet section. I wanted to see Shawnu in, and even better, he's acting with Yeonjung, so I got it right away. And so it was all good, and thankfully I didn't have bad luck of like, oh, they had a sale right after. No, thankfully that didn't happen, so we're all good. I still have no regret paying for another comet seat to see Shawnu, but I was really looking forward to this day to see how this view is, um and how he acts with Yeonjung as well. So, so I go in, and it's it's way better than the behind comet section. So basically I'm in comet section A. So I'm on the left side, and the most front comet section is section A, and then behind A is B. So B is where I was on the other side last time, and so that I consider the back section of comet seats. And so just for reference, so that back section, it's still good. It's still good, but the more I think about it, just being in this more front section, it's way more worth it to be in this front section than the back section. So that's number one. And so I was just like, this is good to know. But this makes sense why these comet sections are usually sold out for Shawnee. So I was really so lucky that I got this seat, and when I found it at that time. And yeah, and just all Shawnee shows, usually all these seats in section A and B, the most front common seats, they're usually all sold out for Shawnee shows. So I was very lucky that I decided to look at it early on. And just FYI, guys, I'm really so lucky. And so anyways, but my seat is not the first row though, so I'm like the kind of the last row, kind of. So I'm this row, right? So I'm near the back of this row, but there's another row behind me, but they're like only a small section on this side. And so behind me there's no one, all right? So there's no one behind me, but there is a row behind me, but it's only a small amount of people on the other side of where I was sitting. It does that make sense? I was thinking, should I draw it? But it's okay. I hope you guys can understand just from how I say it. So I'm basically the last row and there's no one behind me. And so as I'm waiting here, and I'm just always looking out for Shawnee because I'm okay. Honestly, I'm sick of this musical at this rate. I mean, should I rant about this now? Okay, so I've seen this musical now. Is it like 9 times now? Oh my. So no. I think eight. Sorry. I think it's eight. No, I think it's nine. Okay, okay. 8 or 9 times. Okay. I'm really sick of it. All right. So I love to hear their singing and I love to see Shawnu every single time, but I'm super sick of it. And so when I was going there yesterday, I was so tired because I'm still working all the time and I knew I was gonna be tired going in seeing this musical, especially because I'm so sick of it. But the only thing that was keeping me going was like I can't wait to see Shawnu up close. And now that I'm in a closer comment seat, I was really excited to see how it would be more up close and also on this side, which I personally think Shawnee shows up more on this side as well. So that was the only thing keeping me going, just to look forward to all those moments with Shawnee. But I was totally not focusing on the musical. Like I was always gonna listen when Yeonjung sang. Okay, so I of course focus on Yeonjung, but about the whole musical, I'm just like I already know what's gonna happen. It's like can this part like already like go faster? I was always thinking that in my head. Can this part already like get done already? And so anyways, just FYI, yeah, I'm not here for the musical anymore. I'm only here for Shawnee and whoever actors he's going with. Hold on, let me read Lulu's comments before I continue. Lulu says, I feel that all the international I am Monbebes know this may be the last time they will see him before he enlists. That's a good point. I didn't think about that. So that's why it's sold out. I mean, I still feel like he would sell out regardless. I mean, let's put this in perspective. All things considered, um, it is not technically not his first concert since he had one last year, but it sold out quickly as well. And so this time the same thing, even though it's a bigger venue, but still sold out quickly. In my opinion, I feel like his fandom is that big, in my opinion. So I don't think too much of the reason like everyone wants to go see it if because of enlistment coming, but also he'll go overseas for a long time, or who knows if they think like this concert is going to be way better than his past concert. I think regardless, IAM's fandom is big. I really do think so. So because of this big fandom and maybe the other fans who likes the other members, like they're kind of deprived because everyone's in the military except for I am. It could be everyone just wanting to get tickets because they feel deprived, right? So in general, I feel like the main reason is that the fandom is big, and we can't do anything about a big fandom. And if they don't have a big venue to have the concert, then that's just the way it is. So that's my personal opinion. I still feel like the fandom is big, but it's just at festivals. I just I don't know. I feel like it's very specific fans that decide to go see him at festivals, which is very interesting to me. It's like how I feel with Shawnu. It's like Shawnu musical days. Not all of them are sold out, right? But we definitely have a big enough fandom in Korea where Shawnu could sell out every single show. But I'm just thinking the fans just want to be more picky, which I think they should. I mean, spending money at every single Shawnu show is going to be like $2,000-3,000, right? And so we don't have to see them at every single show, and so they just pick and choose. And it's just in general, at least 50% of the musical venue gets sold out. And I still say that's pretty good. And yeah, yeah. So that's just my personal opinion about it. So if only could be doing multiple shows in a month, then we can all have a chance to see him. But only 2 days is not enough, sadly. So, anyways, yeah, that's my personal opinion. I saw Shawnee on International Star Wars Day. Yes, I did. May the fourth be with you. Yes, I did. Isn't that funny? Yeah, yeah. And then Lulu says, "Oh, I thought it would grow on you." No, Lulu, I know. I mean, no. So Lulu, here's the thing. I still like Great Comet more than Equal. I still do, but I think after seeing it now 9 times, I'm like, I don't need to see it anymore. I'm just like, I'm good. I know the whole story. I like the singing. I like some of the songs, but I'm just like, I'm over it. Okay, so that's the thing. I'm super over it, but I'm only there for Shawnu. And also, I still would love to see another show with K-Will, Yeonjung, and Leo. I still would love to see them one more time before the whole musical ends, and so I'll talk about that next time. But yeah, it's just it's just I'm just really at this point, yeah, I do not look forward to seeing it. That's the thing. I was excited to see like how it is and all the fun stuff it has, but at this point, 9 times girlfriend, I'm just like, I'm good, but I love to see Shonu all the times. I wish I can if I was super rich, but yeah, it's I can only do so much. And so anyways, and also my love for Shanu can only do so much as well. So I think it's still amazing that I'm willing to see him this many times, but I definitely feel like at this stage I'm in, I only have enough to see Shanu one or two more times until the musical ends. So let me talk about that in 1 second. And yeah, Lou, I know. I know. So I'm super jealous. I have to be honest with you guys. I'm super jealous of any of you guys that can see I am concerts, because it's it just honestly still disappoints me that I live in Korea. I should be able to see IM concert easily, but I can't, And so it makes me jealous of like, should I live overseas? That's a better chance for me to see their concert, right? But no, no, at the end of the day, I had to knock myself out of it. It's like, of course it's better I live in Korea. But yeah, but I'm jealous. I'm jealous that you guys can see his concert and ticketing was not difficult and yeah, I'm jealous. So, anyways, yeah, Lulu, I'm still glad you're going, by the way, because I of course want all you guys to see them, of course. So, like, I'm jealous, but I want you guys to go see them. So don't worry. Okay, so anyways, but you're fortunate to get VIP and a reserved seat in Toronto. I agree. And we'll be interested to seeing all the I Am Monbebes in Toronto. Let me know how it is, or whenever we could do that live together. I would love to hear everything about how it went, and I hope overall is a good time. No drama happening, and you're gonna see I Am just be I Am, so it's gonna be fun. And yeah, yeah. I mean, there's no need for me to be jealous. I've already seen I Am so many times, of course, but still, it's just the most unfortunate thing. I cannot see them in concert in Korea. So I hope you guys understand me. But yeah, I just have to not think about it anymore. And so I will tell you guys more things in a bit after I finish talking about Shoney's musical that I kind of really need a break from Monster X. But I'll talk about that in 1 second. Lulu says, yes, Eagle Story was really dark. Yeah, yeah, but you found it entertaining. Lulu, I can believe that you like that. Yeah, yeah. And so she's into dark stories. That's what I was thinking. I was thinking. And then she says, fave combo was Wano with Sejun. I'm glad to hear that. I only saw that pairing, only Wano with Sejun, because out of all the actors, I was only interested to see how Sejun was. And so I'm happy to hear that was actually your favorite combo. So I'm glad to hear that. And then yeah, yeah, Lou. She says, as much as I complain about Ticketmaster, I don't even know how. I've never tried buying tickets on Ticketmaster before, but I hear it's not great. And so you still find it easier than Korean ticketing site. Good to know. Good to know. But anyways, yeah, Lou. Let me continue wish on you. So I'm in section A comment and my first time in this section and it's already great even though I'm technically the last row. I'm like, this is still pretty good so far. So I still think comment C is not that great because there's still a lot of the stage that I can't see well. So like the back door and a little bit up front. But still overall it's pretty good. It's still overall pretty good. And you have a lot of the actors sitting right in front of you. And so it's still pretty good. But in my opinion, I still think the best seat to see this whole musical is from my balcony all the way in the front. So basically my seats I had on April I'm so sorry. On April 17th. April 17th, I was balcony all the way up near the front, near the stage. I still feel like that was the best view and perspective and just and I could see Shanu most of the time, aka Anatole. I see him most of the time from this balcony. And so the next time I see a Shanu show or even a Leo Natole show, I really want to see from this balcony seat again. But I don't think I would ever do Comet or VIP seat again unless I'm able to get a Comet seat in section A again. So only section A Comet seat I feel like is the best in terms of seeing Anatole, in my opinion. So, as I'm going about the show, and so first we have the pre-show. So it's when all the actors except Natasha and Pierre, they're all out and just greeting each other, and just some of them are in character, some of them are not in character. Shanu usually is not in character. He's just saying hi to everyone because he knows everyone here is probably watching for him, and so he's being Mr. President, just high-fiving everyone around the comment seats. And so I wasn't sure if he would come to my section, section A. So he usually would only be around the other side for like high vibing people, but he wouldn't really do too much on the other side. Except I think these days he's now doing it equally to like high five as many people as he can on both sides of comet seats. And so I'm thinking, I'm the last row in this section though. Like I wonder would he come around and then maybe I could high five him. So I was like, it's possible. And so I had this in the back of my mind. And so because if you guys remember of me complaining about this all the time, every time I wave at Shaunu, he never waves back at me. He only did it the very, very, very first time when I went to go see him. Only that one time. And after that, he has never, ever, ever waved back at me again. And so I'm just like, what's going on? It's anyways, I just because I've seen him now 6 times. So May 4th yesterday is now my 6th time. Number 6. I know my 6th time seeing Shaunu. He never waves back at me. And so I was just thinking, what should I do if he does come around here? And I wonder how could I get his attention if I could. I mean, if you guys remember how I got Leo's attention last time. And so I was just thinking, do I have a chance? I don't know. So I don't know, given I'm the last row. And so I just decided to wait and see. But I did have a small plan in mind, and that is I was thinking of saying his name really loudly. I know that's not what's the word. It's not good manners. I know, but I was just thinking if he's at least 2 meters away from me, that was my limit. I think if he's at least 2, 3 meters, maybe 2, 3 meters away from me, I'm thinking, let me shout out his name and then we'll see what happens. So I wouldn't do that from the balcony because we're really too far away and I don't think he would hear me. But given I'm a comet seat and he's like walking around, and so I'm just thinking if he's like within hearing distance from me, that's basically it. If he's within hearing distance from me, I'm gonna shout out his name and I'm gonna see if he waves back at me. So anyways, so that was my plan, initial plan being in this comment section, and I'll see what happens. So here's what happened. Shaunu comes out and he comes out on the other side of the stage. So he greets that side of the stage first, and all those comments sees just blah 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 blah. And so I'm just looking at him, just waiting. I'm just like, okay, there he is. We'll see if he comes over to my section. And so then after he finishes greeting all of those people, then he walks over to my section. And so he's walking over and I see him. I see him, but I didn't wave at him. I see him and I'm just going to wait and see what happens. And so I don't know, what exactly he's looking at. But anyways, but he's walking over and I'm just looking at him, and then he's greeting everyone like the front section first. So the front rows and everyone out there, and then the back section behind me, he's saying hi to everyone in the first row there and all that stuff. And so as he's walking this way of greeting all these people, and then the back section as well, he slowly was coming more close to my side. So basically the last row of my section, right? So I see him slowly going through it because he's really doing his best to like say the hi to everyone. He's really being like Mr. President. And so he's doing his best saying hi to everyone. And so at that point, he was still greeting people in the section behind me. And at this point, he was probably like 5 meters away from me. I know it's still pretty close, right? It's still pretty close, but he was like 5 meters away from me. And I'm just thinking, is he gonna turn around and come to our section and so greet us in the back row? I don't know. I don't know, but I'm just waiting. Okay. So I'm just waiting first. I didn't shout his name out yet. So I'm just waiting first. So wait until he's done greeting those back section. So then after he finishes them, he turns around and then he starts high-fiving that row behind me, but is on that other side. And so now he's facing my section basically. And so he's high-fiving all those people in that row, and he's slowly coming closer. So at this point, he's like 2 meters away from me. But I'm thinking since he is greeting those people, that's like a row behind me. So I'm thinking he's gonna greet me. I mean, why would you not? And so anyway, so so I'm waiting. Okay. So I'm waiting. And so at this point, he's greeting that row that's diagonally behind me. And so at this point, he's like, I think he's really like 2 meters away from me, like maybe 1.5 in all honesty. Okay. He's really, really so close to me. And so at this point, just so I don't miss this opportunity. All right. So I just stuck out my hand. I see him about 2 meters away from me, and I have to look behind, right? So I'm the last row, so I have to look behind me. So as I'm looking behind me, just observing what Shawnee was doing, I just stick out my hand like that. All right. So I do like this, and I just wonder what is he gonna do? Okay. So I legit just stretched my arm out like all the way like this. And I'm sorry that my clothing today is not that great, but yeah, I stick out my arm like this. And I wonder what is he gonna do. And so as I'm waiting, and my hand is stuck out here, so I'm waiting for him, okay, and he's like 2 meters away from me, so I'm waiting for him, and I stuck my hand out this behind me. And so as he was finishing greeting those people near me, he kind of hesitates. So I'm like, so I'm like kind of awkwardly here, stretching out my hand here for him. I think I was in this position for maybe 15 seconds. I mean, 15 seconds is a long time, like, doing this, right? And so I felt like it was like a good 15 seconds. And no, I'm exaggerating. Sorry. Let me it was probably like a good 10 seconds. No, I feel like a good 10 seconds, but I saw that he didn't like quickly come to me. So basically I felt like there was hesitation where like he easily could have ignored me basically. And so as he was greeting those people behind me, he could have went the other way and just not not but so in this quick moment of seeing his hesitation, I thought this in the back of my mind. Oh my gosh, is he really gonna blow me off? So I legit thought that. I legit thought that because of feeling that hesitation from him. Not feeling, but also seeing it. There was some kind of hesitation from him. And so I was like, I'm doing like this, right? For 10 seconds. And legit thought, oh my gosh, is he really gonna blow me off? And so anyways, as I had that thought, right when I had that thought, oh my gosh, is he gonna blow me off? Then finally he comes up to me and he grabs my hand. So 1 second, 1 second. So that was it was there was so one thing at a time. Okay, this was a very, very quick interaction. I know, no, but I really was so weirded out by feeling and seeing him hesitate. I'm like, why would you not want to hold my hand? I don't know. So it was really, really interesting. Unless he didn't think he could come to our section. I don't know. So I don't know if I wonder if I didn't stick out my hand like that, maybe he wouldn't have come over. I don't know. So I really was so confused about that, but I was going to accept if he was gonna yet again not say hi to me and blow me off. So I was prepared, but also like, I would have been disappointed. I'm like, Shaunu, are you serious? You're 2 meters away from me. Why are you doing this? Okay, so I was thinking so many things in that moment because I legit, yeah, it felt like a good 10 seconds of me waiting for him. And like he obviously sees me, but I was like, oh my gosh, is he gonna blow me off? So anyways, but thankfully thankfully, even though I had to experience that hesitation from him and then sticking out my hand for this long, he finally grabbed my hand, and I was just like, so in the moment, I couldn't really think too much because I had that thought, oh my gosh, is he gonna blow me off, right? So right when I had that thought, then he grabbed my hand, right? And so once we grabbed each other's hands, so I was like, I don't know, I was thinking so many things. So we grab each other's hands, right? I was just like, okay. Okay, I'm grabbing his hand. And so something in me, I don't know, maybe it's because of like the shock, but also like it's been so long since I've ever like held any Monster X hands in so long, given after COVID and stuff. And also like he was in the military for so long. So anyway, so we grab each other's hands, right? And so the thing is, I didn't let go. Okay, okay, before I get into the details of this, it basically felt like a Korean drama. So let me put let me put it this way. But I only speak from my perspective, okay? So I only speak from how I felt, and also I have no idea what Shawnee was thinking, okay? So I cannot speak for him, and so this is only from me, all right? And then you guys can guess what he could be thinking, but I only speak for me, all right? So let's get into this weird Korean drama I was in. So that awkward situation, thinking he was going to blow me off, but then he came over and finally grabbed my hand, right? And so he grabbed my hand, so we're holding hands, right? And so I don't know what was it, but as I grab his hand, like, I mean, usually you would think he would let go, right? Because he wants to greet the other people around me too. So I was thinking he would let go, right? But the thing is, so when we grab hands, it was like this, right? So I grab it like this. He also grabbed my hand like this. So we grab like this, right? And so as I'm grabbing his hand like this, I didn't let go. And so I think what I was thinking in that moment is just you know, I haven't it's been so long and just like I just can't believe this is happening. And so I grab his hand and I didn't let go. But the thing is, I can tell he's greeting the other people next to me though. So I'm like, how come he's not letting go? But I'm like, but I don't really want to let go either. And I'm just so we're just going about this, right? So I'm grabbing his hand, not letting go, right? So we're still holding hands. And so at this point with everything that's going on, so I didn't see it, but I can tell, the fans like making a ruckus back there. And so he's surely is greeting the people that are near me. And so then as I'm holding his hand like this, right? So I'm holding his hand like this. And so as to for me to see like what's going on the other side, I'm still holding his hand like this. And then I look like this. So I look here to see what's going on. But there's so much going on. All the fans are like, wow, so there's too much going on. I couldn't see or hear really what's going on. I just could like just feel the atmosphere, just lots of ruckus. And so the thing is, I'm holding him, right? And I'm looking this way. And so then I'm thinking to myself, I think I should let go. So I remember thinking that. So I remember holding his hand and then looking this way, and I'm like, okay, I think I need to let go. And so I let go. So I remember that happening. And so the thing is, I don't know if maybe he let go at some point. I don't know. But I do remember during this whole time we're like both holding each other's hands, and I still wonder why he didn't let go. And so anyways, for real, yeah, we held hands for quite a long time, which is pretty, it was pretty cool. But anyways, but yeah, but I felt like, yeah, I should let go. And so I let go at that point. And like he was still like greeting the people here, but then once he was done greeting the people here, then suddenly he went to the other side, okay, of me basically. So like I'm seated here, right? So like after I grab his hand, he's greeting the people here on this side of me, and then after I let go his hand, I think he just quickly then finished greeting these people here, and then he went to this side here of where I'm sitting, right? So this side of the fans here, then he's here and he's getting all their hands as well to say hi to them. And so I remember that because those people saying hi to him, I had to move out of the way so that they can have a good way to grab Shawnu's hand. And so I remember that I just instinctively just move out of the way. And so I remember Shawnee was like right here basically. So Shawnee was right here and he's greeting the fans right here near me. And so I was just like, okay, that's interesting. And so after I experienced all that, and then he just went the other way, and then yeah, went out to the first floor area to greet those people afterwards. And so that that was wild. All right. So that was so wild. And I personally still can't really get over it in all honesty, because it really felt like a Korean drama in some sense. So I mean again, I can't speak for him, but I really do wonder how come he didn't let go of my hand either. So there's something like an unspoken communication happened between me and Shanu, because I still wonder why he still hesitated. I really felt it. Like when he was done, I felt like he was done greeting those people. And then I'm there awkwardly sticking out my hand for him for like a good 10 seconds. And how come he doesn't want to like it was so weird to see him hesitate. And so there was that hesitation, right? And then finally he came over. But I did feel like was a so when I grab not when I grab his hand, he grabbed my hand, right? So he grabbed my hand and we're holding each other's hands. So um well, first off, his hand is soft. The thing is, I've held his hand before at fan signs, but that happened in 2018, 2019. So the last time I ever held Shawnu's hand was 5 years ago. I know, right? But the I can't really remember how their hands felt, because the fan signs, in-person fan signs, even nowadays, it goes by so fast. I really can't remember specifically how it felt like holding their hands, unless I just there was something that happened in that moment for me to remember it. And so I can only remember for Wano, when I held Wano's hands, I specifically always remember how his hands like felt rough, but they were nice. They were nice, but like rough because of like working out, right? And so I was just like, oh, I just felt that was interesting. I felt like his rough, tough hands. And then with Gion, I would always remember. I mean, that's how he became my ultimate bias. Like his hand is squishy but soft, but not squishy as in like super squishy. But it's just it wasn't bony or anything. It was like a very nice, a nice cushion of a hand. And so I always felt like yeah, that's kind of, I don't know. It was just most memorable given that's how he became my ultimate bias. Of course, I remember every single detail about him. But then the other guys, when I was holding their hands, it just felt like a normal hand to hold, but then also I didn't carry with it any significant importance to me. I just thought it was nice to hold their hand, but I didn't think much about it, but all their hands felt fine. I'm pretty sure for me to not really remember, like they didn't have like a specific detail, like with Wano, his hands being kind of a little bit rough. Like all of them most likely felt like very normal hands, most likely. But I can't say exactly how it felt like. Now with Shanu though, given this time, it was very, very significant, right? And I'm not talking with him. It's only a hand holding. And so I remember everything about it. And so once we grab hands, I was like, "Huh, his hand is soft." Because I really can't remember how his hands felt like 5 years ago. But once we held hands, I was like, "Hmm, he has a soft hand." And then it didn't feel rough at all, even though we know he works out a lot. But no, his hand didn't feel rough at all. I remember it was soft. And I think it was a little bit cold, but I mean, keep in mind we're in this venue where like the air conditioner is like is pumping, and so even for me I felt a little bit cold being on the stage as well, and so it was a little bit cold but not nothing out of the ordinary. And so I just thought it was interesting because I never knew Shawn had soft hands, because I just never noticed it until now. And so yeah, so we hold hands, and so the first thought I had, huh, his hand is pretty soft. And the thing is, like, I can't say more than that. Like, I know his hand is bigger than mine, but I can't remember how exactly it felt like. Like, it didn't feel like it was awkward. It just felt like a normal hand holding. Um, yeah, but, like, his hand wasn't bony. I wanna believe, like, his hand was just a normal guy hand, but yeah, but I can't think of any other detail beside that it was soft, and I didn't expect his hand would be soft. And and yeah, but he didn't hurt my hand, by the way, so I felt like, I wonder from his perspective, how was it like holding my hand? I wonder, right? But no, he didn't, like, grab it too tight or anything like that. It felt just it felt like such a normal hand holding. So anyways, so we're holding hands, right? And so I had that thought of like, huh, yeah, yeah, his hands are soft, and then we're still holding, right? And so for me personally, I honestly I don't know why I didn't let go. So that's my bad as well, So I wonder if maybe Shonu didn't let go because I wasn't letting go. I don't know. Okay, who the heck knows? But anyways, but I speak only for me. Is that once he held my hand and I'm holding on to it. Like naturally I should let go, right? I should, but for some reason I didn't want to let go, but I knew that I shouldn't. But I felt like maybe it's just there was too much going on, and like I love this guy, and like it's been so long since we ever like held hands. And so it's just yeah, just instinctively or just my personal selfish reasons, I just didn't want to let go of his hand. But as I'm holding his hand, I wonder to myself, how come Shaunu is not letting go of my hand? And so I don't know if it was a mutual thing. That's the thing. If maybe I didn't want to let go of his hand, but he also didn't want to let go of my hand. But I don't know if because I wasn't letting go, that's why he didn't let go. We don't know. So we can only guess about it. But for me personally, I didn't want to let go. And I appreciate him. Didn't want to let go either. That's very nice of you. But it was it was so interesting. So I wonder how he is with other fans if they have any kind of experience like that. But I don't know if other fans would not let go. That's the thing. And so I don't know. I don't know. I think I was doing a risky move there, but I wasn't even thinking about it. I just held his hand and I didn't let go. It was I was just I don't know, it was just too much in the moment. And yeah, and so when I let go, I don't know if he let go or I let go, but I personally felt like I did let go because I felt like, oh, as I'm seeing him like greet more people, I should let go. So I remember letting go. But anyways, yeah, I still yeah. So even until now, it's still pretty unbelievable that that happened to me. So again, I'm so lucky I got this seat. So when I got this seat, given I was the last row, I really didn't think I would have any kind of interaction. Okay, I really didn't think so. But it was really just super lucky that Shawnee wanted to greet as much people as he could, and so even going to my back section, I still think I was pretty lucky overall. And so for me to find this seat, really darn lucky, and I'm glad Sean, you did not blow me off. and and yeah, so I carry that memory, the first guy In Monster X, I held his hand. I didn't even hold Wano's hand yet. Like, even though I've seen Wano so many times, I still haven't held his hand yet since 2019. So yeah, so Shawnu is the first guy ever in Monster X that I held his hand ever since 2019, and so that's why I still take it as a very significant event for me. And just, yeah, who would have thought me getting this comment see would have led to this? And so, anyways. So, anyways, it's no big deal. Okay, it really is no big deal. But I'm making it a big deal. I totally understand that. But I mean, I still I just still can't believe that happened. So that's number one. I think I'll get over it eventually. And so I just wanted to spill this out for now. Like, I just still can't believe that happened. But it was nice. It was nice, kind of romantic. But again, I'm still not attracted to Shonu, by the way. I wish I was. Sometimes I wish I was. I think he's so handsome, and yeah, he's so handsome, but I'm not attracted to him. It's really, oh, well. And so anyways, but I did feel like, holding his hand felt quite romantic, but I'm still not attracted to him. I know, right? I don't know what's wrong with me, but it's okay. It's okay, but I still love him. I still love him, and like I still will love to hold his hand even though I'm not attracted to him. Do you guys get me? I don't know, but I feel like that's probably not fair for my boyfriend. Whenever I get a boyfriend, it's like when I hold other guys' hands, but my boyfriend wouldn't feel good about it, right? So that's totally different. But for now, while I'm single, I can hold everyone's hands and it's fine. But legit, I don't have any attractive feelings for Shanu even after I held his hand in a romantic way. But no. No, I still feel nothing. But I still feel, I feel flustered. I feel flustered. It's like, that's like a K drama moment I just had. But I still don't have feelings for him. Yeah, I just still love him as a person. Like, I still don't know how he represents to me in my life, but I still love him as a person. Just not attracted to him. Oh my gosh. Anyway, so Lulu, well, okay, Xanderka, oh my gosh, okay, could you, I don't know if you come at good timing or not, but okay, but Lulu, let me address your comments before I talk about the rest of the musical that happened. After this moment, I didn't have any interaction with Shawnee, by the way, but let me explain more in 1 second. Um, how many rows was my section? So I want to believe it's either 4 or 5 rows in front of me. So in front of me. So then no, hold on. I'm trying to remember my ticket number. No, I'm row 5. I'm row 5. Yeah, I remember that. I'm row 5. So there's 4 rows in front of me, and then there's technically a row 6, but there's no one behind me. They were another section away from me, and so I'm still technically the last row of this section because there's literally no one behind me. Yeah. So overall, no, it's a really good section to be in for comedies, but because there's not many seats in there, yeah, they would usually be sold out for Shonu shows. And again, I'm so lucky I was able to get that seat. It's still very, very lucky. So you think of the clip of Hyunwon holding out his hand for shaking, but being I totally forgot how MX is famous for that. Yeah, Hyunwon, for example, he would stick out his hand for a high five, but people don't see it, and he would just hold out his hand and no one high five him. Yeah. And I believe I am sometimes has these moments too. That's right. But I wasn't getting a high five. I was sticking my hand out like this. I was like, are you really not gonna do anything, Shanu? Like, like this. Like, it wasn't even like this, If it was like this, maybe I can understand. But no, I really wanted to get his attention, and I didn't shout out his name at all. I didn't even talk to him. And so I just stuck out my hand all the way like this. Given he was only 2 meters away, I'm like, if you don't see me, you don't grab it. And it's like, really, Shanu? I really was like, I don't know what I would have been if I did this and he really like blew me off. I don't know what I would have done for the rest of the show, but I'm glad he didn't blow me off. That would have been so awkward, right? And so but I know I put that on myself, being this being this what's the word? What's the word? This forward, being this forward with him, like maybe I forced him. I don't know, but I would like to believe he was coming our way. I would like to believe, but yeah, just seeing that moment of hesitation in him really, really confused me. I'm like, why are you hesitating? So I don't know. So I don't know. Oh yeah. So this always makes me wonder though. does Shawnee remember me? I don't know, guys. So it's but so the thing is, yeah, we didn't talk at all, just that hand holding we did, and then when I look at him during the musical, I don't know if I get a sense of recognition from him. I'm honestly not sure, but for some reason, I don't feel like he sees me as a stranger. That's the thing. So as far as I can tell, I think maybe he feels like he recognizes me, but he doesn't know who I am because I'm wearing a mask the whole entire time. So I totally understand you probably wouldn't see me any different from any other person here, but sometimes I feel like he does recognize me, but it still feels too subtle, like nothing too sure. Like if only he like waves back at me, then I will feel more sure. Like oh, maybe he does remember me, but he always never waves back at me. So that's why I'm like, maybe. Yeah, but the thing is, like usually if you don't know a fan, you would usually wave at anyone that waves back at you. That's the thing, and so that still confuses me. What? Why would he not want to wave back at me? That's the thing. So I don't know, and so I still think about that, like up to what extent if he knows who I am or not. But regardless, he gave me a romantic moment, and I'm glad he didn't blow me off. That's the most I could say about that. Yeah. Yeah. But yeah, we could never know unless I ever can talk to him about it. But even if ever I could talk to him about it, he probably wouldn't answer me honestly anyway. So yeah, so for now, just always just who knows, yeah. But I do want to say about Gihyun though, is that every time when I see Gihyun in person, he usually does something where like he totally acknowledges that he remembers me. That's why I'm so stuck on Gion. Like he's really something else. And so even it's been like a few months since I last saw him. Gion would always every time when he looks at me and then he always greets me. That's the thing. So when like either he would wave at me first or I wave at him first. Especially those moments when he waves at me first, I'm just like, are you kidding me? And so I really want to believe like because he does recognize me to some extent, but every single time I see Gian in person, he would always give me some kind of signal that makes me think, "Wow, I think he does remember me," and then gives me fan service. All those, yeah. So I'm just like, that's pretty special. And so anyways, but again, we don't know if that's really what Gian is doing. I don't know if maybe he just does that to everyone. That's the thing. So I still second guess about it. Like maybe he does this for everyone, right? But I still appreciate to some extent like he really shows to me like yeah, and I'm just like okay. And so anyways, Shonu though doesn't he doesn't do anything. And so I don't know, maybe Shonu's super tsundere or something. I don't know. Who knows? And so anyway, so that's why excuse me, I'm always confused about Shonu. I still don't know what he could be thinking. Anyways, yeah. So then Lulu says, Shaunu being the gentleman and waiting for me to let go. But again, I don't know if we let go at the same time. So that's the thing. I don't know, but yeah. And then and I started a high touch by accident. No, the thing is he was doing high touch with everyone, the other side and then this side. No, he was doing that for everyone. That's the thing. So as I was seeing him do that for like almost everyone, and he was like 2 meters away from me, I'm like why wouldn't you? Right? I'm right here. I'm 2 meters away. But again, he could have blew me off, but yeah, but I would like to believe maybe I started it for our whole section, basically. Like, who knows? Because he could have easily left our section. That's the thing. And so if he didn't come to my side, then he could have went the other way to leave. And so maybe I technically started it for our section. So all the fans around me should thank me. No, but we don't know. We don't know if he initially wanted to come anyway. But I still thought was weird to feel that hesitation from him. That's all I could say about that. Like I was really thinking in the back of my mind he was gonna blow me off. I still can't forget that moment. And so I was just like, Shawnee, you don't wave at me. Now you don't want to hold my hand. I was thinking all these things in that moment because I legit felt like 10 seconds doing like this in front of him. So yeah. Yeah, so that's I still wonder about this. So it makes me think if he does recognize me, and so he was like hesitating because like he wasn't sure who I was, maybe. So then maybe that could have been why he hesitated, or maybe afterwards he remember. I don't know, but yeah, I still never get a clear sense of Shawnu's yeah, interaction at the musical. Just let me talk more about that in 1 second. So Gian's Undercut, welcome, welcome. I know. So Gian's Undercut came right at the moment when I was talking about this romantic thing. I'm so sorry, but I think now you know the whole story, right, of what happened between me and Shawnyu. Um, I know. So Gian's Undercut knows the story. Yes, she said, wow. So we went from getting no kind of interaction with him last time to him holding my hand. How did that happen? I know. That's what I was saying. That's what I was saying. I was fully expecting he was gonna blow me off, but out of all those times where he never waves back at me, finally he makes up for it by just holding my hand, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. But then again, I don't know if I forced him into it or maybe maybe he really didn't want to hold my hand. I don't know. I don't know. But because he didn't let go, that makes me think a lot about that. Like he could have let go. And I really want to believe he could have let go. But I don't know. I don't know. So that's why I still think about that. It's like makes me so curious. What was Shonu thinking during that time? I wish we can know, guys, but Sally will never know. And then Lulu says, "What would Gion think?" Yes. And then the clown emoji. Lulu. Let me give my best guess. Why not? While we're in this K drama situation right now. So, what would Gion think about this hand holding? Well, first off, and make it fast. Okay. Well, first off, Gian has said this already that he's jealous of Shawnu already because he finished his military service. But I'm like, well, Gian, if you enlist in 2021, you'd be the same situation as Shawnu right now, So that's your own fault. But not really. He probably couldn't leave that early anyway. But I wish all of them enlisted in 2021 would have been great. And so, anyways, number one, it's his own fault, right? He has no one to blame but himself. What can you do? And so that's number one. And then number two, well. Well, I mean, as I just said earlier, I still have no attraction to Shawnu. Even after this super romantic thing, I really still have zero feelings for him. It's so weird. You would think that would make me fall in love with him, but no. I mean, it takes a lot for me to fall in love with someone now that I think about it. Like the reason I fell in love with Gion was overall his action, his words, his overall feeling. It's so hard to explain, but he was just everything that I'm attracted to in a person, and he did all the right things as well. And just Shawn Yu, he's himself. I still love him for exactly who he is, but it's just not someone I'm attracted to. That's all. And so, anyways, maybe Gian is jealous. It's like Shawnu shaking hands with one of my fans, blah blah blah. But I'm everyone's fans, okay? I love all seven of them, so it doesn't matter, okay? So, okay. So, anyways, Gian can think what he want to think. All right, he's gonna come back next year, and Gian should know he's so popular. I'm probably never gonna hold his hand ever again. All right, so that's also his own fault. Okay, let's go. Okay. Hold on. It's not really his own fault. He has so many fans, not really, right? And also, I was very, very lucky I got that seat. If I wasn't in that seat, I wouldn't have been able to hold his hand. So I don't know. So if ever I get super, super lucky again to have any kind of physical interaction with Gion, but at this rate, most likely not. I mean, I can't help it. I blame it on him. All right. I mean, what can we do? Because there's nothing I can do, right? So he can't be mad at something that I can't control. You get me? But then he can't control it either. But it's just pure luck. That's it. So, anyways, Gian, if you're watching, oh well. All right, that's just really. What else can we do? It's what can we do? All right. I mean, you just have to. Okay. But anyways. Okay, let's go. Let's go. So Lulu also says, I think people might be intimidated by meeting Hyungwon and I am that they would be too flustered to notice their hand gesture, and your introverts say run away. That's very possible. That's very possible. That's a good point. That's a good point. But it's okay. It's okay. It's just so funny. It happened to them so often. Who knows why? I feel like they just had bad timing. In my opinion, I feel like they just had bad timing when they stick out their hand for a high five, but that person basically doesn't see it. So it's just I don't know, but it's funny. That's right. Anyways, me being the extrovert though, that's why I was like, you better sign up, you know. But anyways, but yeah, but then Shawnee being the introvert, now you got me thinking, Lulu. Since Shawnee is an introvert, maybe that's why he hesitated. Maybe I was being a little bit too forward with him, and he was just like, oh, he was like maybe like taken aback by it. Now that I think about it, right? Do you introverts attest to this? Maybe that's why he hesitated. Maybe, right? Maybe. But anyways, but we don't know the truth about it. But anyways, most importantly, just thank goodness he didn't blow me off. That's number one. Okay, and again, Zonica says, "Well, she says she's really happy Shawnee pulled through for me, and congrats to me. Thanks, girlfriend." Yeah, I mean, I don't think he'll ever wave at me. I don't know why he never waves at me, but at least I get to share this romantic moment with you guys. And yeah, I really didn't think I would ever have any physical interaction with him. So that was just that was just wild. And I still think yeah, anyways, let's move on. I'm happy to share this story with you guys. And and as I mentioned earlier, I don't think I'll ever get a comic seat again for a Shawnee show. I mean, not only because I think it'll be sold out, that's number one, but if ever I do see a seat open in those comic section in those comment sections, I feel like most likely the seats where you can hold Shawnee's hands, I feel like none of them will ever open up again unless I get stupid lucky again. But I don't I don't have to hold his hand again. Okay, I'm not that greedy. That's the thing. And I really prefer that balcony seat. I really prefer that view a lot more. And I still can see Shonu so clearly from the balcony seat as well. And so yeah, only if I could find a really good seat in that section again, then I'll go ahead and get it again. But if it's always not available, then this is most likely the last time I get this comet seat and the last time I can ever have an actual interaction with Shawnee, and that's okay. That's okay. So I find that interesting. Out of all these times I've seen the musical, one of them leads to this kind of moment. It's crazy. It's crazy. So I have zero luck to see them in concert, but all my luck basically goes into like random things like this. So I try to think of it that way too. I'm still bummed. I'm still bummed I can't ever see them in concert, but I have really random things like this happen to me. So maybe this is where luck wants to take me. You can't see them in concert again, but here you go. You can have a romantic hand holding with Shawnee instead. And I'm like, okay. Like, I'm not sure which one is more worth it. And sorry, I had that reaction. Like, no, I mean, I'm still happy I had that moment with Shawnee, but instead of seeing IM's concert, I don't know. I don't know. For now, given what's done is done for now. I have to accept that, yeah, me holding Shawnee's hand is more worth it. Even though I don't really believe it, but this is where luck is taking me, and let me just accept my fate, right? Okay. And then Lulu says he may have been calculating whether he has enough time to greet the rest of the Shawnee babies if he took your hand. Oh, who knows? Oh yeah, you're sorry. Greet. Got it. Yeah, I think yeah, I got you. Yeah, yeah. So you just made me think about that. Him as an introvert, maybe he was like calculating things. Yeah. And you speak as a fellow introvert. Maybe he was thinking that. Like, yeah, who knows? And again, I don't know if he ever met a fan that was like this forward with him as well. I don't know. So I was trying to think, why would he hesitate? Because the only thing that went through my mind is that, oh my gosh, he wants to blow me off. That was all I was thinking. Like, is he really you want to blow me off? But now that I think about it, thinking more, hopefully from his perspective, he was probably hesitating thinking about it, I guess. But he wanted to hold my hand, but for some reason had to take some time to think about it, and who knows why. Yeah. So I'll try to think, not too poorly of Shawnee. Why did he hesitate? Yeah, okay. So moving on with the rest of the musical, and as I'm trying to. So the thing is, during the whole entire musical, after I held his hand, I still kept thinking about it. I'm like, I can't believe I just held his hand. So that's the thing. I couldn't really get over it, and so I was just like, wow. I can't believe that happened. And so into the rest of the show, I really couldn't really pay attention. That's is too true. And so as we're going about the rest of the show, I'm just like, oh my gosh, yeah, okay, let me enjoy everyone here and they're performing so well. Like everyone does a great job as always. It's so good. But then I still in the back of my mind, I just can't believe I just held his hand. And so anyways, and then I see where Shawnee was going. So he was like sitting in the audience section, and then he comes up and then he's like just goofing around. So he's just doing his normal thing. And I'm just like, I still can't believe I just held your hand. And so I just still had that in the back of my mind. And then the show goes on. And so I'm gonna speak only about the new things from me seeing it in this section because there's so many new things that happen. So first off, Shaunu. So when the musical starts, so pre-show just ended, and then right is the start of the musical. So that's when Pierre comes on stage and Natasha comes on stage. So at this point of the musical, Shaunu is standing in front of our section. So that's why I really wanted to get a seat in this section because I have seen Shaunu usually stand a lot on that side of the stage. And so the beginning of the musical already, Shaunu is like, so only 4 rows people in front of me. So he's really, really close. I could see him so freaking clearly. I think I saw like a vein on his side of his head. Like he looks so close up and clear to me. I'm just like, wow, this is wild. Okay. But also still the whole entire time, I can't believe I just held your hand. Okay, so anyways, so I'm looking at him. All right, so here's the thing. Yeah, I'm still out of it. I'm tired. I still can't believe what just happened. And so the only reason I'm here is only to see Shaunu, but also seeing Yeonjung. And so as I'm sitting here, I'm just only looking at him. I mean, I don't care if he's intimidated. That's so that's the thing. When I was watching K-Will, Yeonjung, and Leo, I was scared to look at them all the time because I didn't want them to feel, I don't know, to feel uncomfortable because I would like to believe everyone is looking at them, but the thing is I like really, really look at you, so I can understand that maybe it could be intimidating. So I try to look at everything, but the thing is I really like looking at only one thing. But yeah, so I try my best to not have my stare affect anyone. And so with Shaunu, and given what I just went through, I'm just like, I don't care. I'm gonna look at you this whole entire time because I'm only here for you. Okay. And I just held your hand. All right. So anyway, so I'm like staring at him the whole entire time. And I'm wondering, I wonder will my stare do anything? And so I'm also thinking in the back of my mind, yeah, I kind of want to see what happens. And so I'm the only one staring at him. And so when Shaunu was like walking around doing whatever, I see the fans around me, they're looking at other things. That's the thing, like they don't want to be creepy, I guess, like they know like, oh, I shouldn't, but anyways, I see everyone is not looking at Shauna, but only me, I can tell like I'm looking at him. And so I'm just like, I wonder if he'll do anything. And so anyways, so I'm still looking at him the whole entire time, but it's so crazy seeing this whole part of the musical. He's in front of me pretty much for like 2 minutes of the song. And I'm just like, and I'm just looking at you the whole entire time. And I'm just wondering what's gonna happen. And he's just singing like normally, like he's smiling every so often, but he's like, singing and acting. It's just overall like super normal. But then when he has to exit from this ramp and then go down, for some reason he had something in his expression where like he hurt himself. I was so confused by that because since I'm kind of 5 rows away, I couldn't see what was happening with their feet or anything. And so he stepped on something and then he had a reaction like it hurt. And so I'm just like, oh my gosh, what happened? But I was a little bit nervous. I hope I didn't cause that. But I was like, it's okay. It's okay. But overall, every time when I stare at him, even though I'm clearly staring at him, right? And so the thing is, I never feel at any moment he looks back at me. So I so I do think that's very interesting about Shaunu. Either he knows I'm like always looking at him, so he's always trying to avoid me. That could be number one. Or number two, he's just such a pro. He's like, I don't care that this girl keeps staring at me. I'm just acting like I am, but he legit never ever looks at me. So moving on. So he needs to exit. He needs to exit. And so I see him like have this reaction, like he hurt his something that he stepped on something. And I was like, oh my gosh, I wonder what happened. But I was also thinking like, I wonder what happened. So anyways, but then he goes about the rest of his number singing and everything is perfectly fine. And I'm still looking at him the whole entire time. And I swear the whole entire musical, he never ever looks at me. But you know what? Good for him. Because honestly, I would like to believe, if you stare right at someone who's staring at you, that's probably not gonna it's gonna mess you up into your lines or whatever. I would like to believe so. And so, anyways, he's really quite pro in my opinion. And so I still don't want to test that out with any of the other actors. I just really don't want to cause anything. But with Sean, I'm just like, let's see what happens. I'm sorry, Sean, but I was just really curious. But no, I was staring at him so hard the whole entire time. Nothing, nothing. Yeah, so I just thought that was interesting. And so, oh yeah, yeah. So then, just some new things that happen. When he's on our side of the stage, like he's legit so close. I could see everything. So like when he has his back to us because he's like singing to the front of the stage, and so he has his back to us. I can see the sweat on the back of his neck. So it was so wild. But he is always so sweaty when he does his musical. Like he said in an interview that the clothes are really hot to wear, and so regardless of moving around and then wearing really hot clothes, he's always gonna be sweaty. But I see the back of his neck, it is full on just all water. It's just I just found that so fascinating. So I was just like, okay, yeah, yeah, as always, he's always sweating. And then when he's singing around our section, and then last time when I was in the comment seat, I saw one sweat drop from his nose, right? But then this time, me being way up close, oh my gosh, his sweat drops, it was like once a minute. So like once or maybe once every 30 seconds. I saw so many drops of his sweat fall down. I'm just like, that's so funny. Like it's just really endearing to me how much sweat comes off of him. And so that's his exercise for the day. Like, how could he exercise while doing his musical? He is like just full on sweating all the time. And so yeah, so it was just very funny to see the sweat like drop once every 30 seconds. And I was just like, oh, so funny. And so then he goes about the musical all normally. Um and then there was a time in the musical where he has to face to us. So he faced to us and then say something. And so when he was saying that something, he couldn't really say it. So that's the thing. And so I was just like, so I was laughing about this. And then he motions to us like his neck, not his neck, but like his voice like couldn't come out for some reason. And so it was like kind of like a comedic thing, but it wasn't, it was on accident. And so he was like, oh, kind of thing. I was just like, oh, Shawnee, you're so funny. And so just random things like that would happen since we're so up close to see it. um and then his ad lib for the vodka one shot scene, he said, it's a Saturday in Moscow. The musical is based in Moscow. And then he says like a fire Saturday. So that's kind of a slang in Korea where it's just like having a wild Saturday time because it's Saturday, so just have like a fun wild time. So we call it like a fire Saturday. We can also say like a fire Friday as well. So he says, yeah, a fire Saturday, and then he one shots it. And so when he's one shotting it, right? So we're all cheering for him because he said like a fun thing and then he's one shotting it. But the thing is, on my side of the comment seat, so there are actors sitting on our section as we see Sean Atoll one shotting, right? And so part of the script, we're supposed to boo him, but I don't know why we're supposed to boo him, but we're supposed to boo him, right? And so Yeonjung as Natasha, she's sitting in our section, not in a seat, but like in the stage in front of us. So she's sitting there and reacting to Sean Atoll one shotting, and so she's acting as Natasha, and she's looking at us. She's like, So I thought that was so cute. I didn't know Yeonjung would like do these things um secretly with us. And I don't know if Natasha regularly would do that, but she looks at us and she has this really cute expression of like like this, he's doing this, and then she ad-libs something, but I couldn't hear it. I was just like, I wish I could have heard it. But she was so cute. So I also really liked seeing Yeonjung the whole entire time. As always, I don't need to fangirl to you guys about Yeonjung. She is always so great, but I still prefer her with Leo. You guys know me, okay? She still did great, great by herself, and with Shanu, it's totally fine. But it's totally different with Leo. It's just they really blend together a lot better. Leo and Yeonjung's singing voice, the acting, it's just so good. Okay, so anyways, but Yeonjung still fine with Shanu, just not as good as Leo. But anyway, Shanu always does fine. He never does anything weird or crazy or different. He does everything perfectly fine. I never felt at any, I never saw him spit. So I don't know why Leo spits, but I never saw any moment where Sean you spit. But it's okay. It's okay. I really wonder why Leo is just more passionate. I don't know. I don't know why he's a spitter, but yeah, I didn't see any Sean you spit. Just only his sweat drops. And yeah, and so Yeonjung still does just fine. Like even with that comedic scene of like Anatole like reaching out, like waiting for her answer to his letter, like, do you want to be with me? And so Yeonjung still does great, just waiting a really long time and then saying yes. And so Shonu does the same thing. He's like reaching out, he's like struggling, he's like waiting for her answer, but he doesn't like trip or anything like Leo like kind of trips, but yeah, but he's like super stable, and then he falls, but he falls in like a comedic way. So Shonu was always really good at that. And so everything just completely normal, just everything totally just every single time is just great. So nothing nothing more to say. And so now let me talk about the kiss scene, right? As always, I gotta tell you guys how the kiss scene is every single time. All right. So this time, my first time seeing Shawnoo kiss Yeonjung, and from my side of the comment section, I still can't say I see the kiss scene well. That's the thing. But I definitely see the kiss scene better than from the balcony. And so I did my best to see it as best as I can. And so when they kiss, this time from my angle of seeing them kiss, this is the most fake I've seen their kiss ever. So what I mean by this is that when they kiss, like the angle of their faces, it doesn't look like they aimed for the lips. It looked like they were kissing the side of their faces. So I was very, very intrigued by that. So I wonder, based on the angle, it can look real, but then based on another angle, it could look fake. So I don't know what they're doing. It is so fascinating. I mean, who knows? Sometimes maybe they are really kissing. Like depending on the actress and actors, if they're comfortable with each other to kiss. Maybe sometimes they really do kiss, but then maybe most of the time they're actually not kissing. I don't know, but this time though, I mean, every time when I see Yeonjung kiss Leo, I mean, but I don't have the best view of when they kiss though, but it looks real but not real at the same time. But it still looks believable. I think that's the best way to say it. So it always looked believable to me when Yeonjung and Leo kiss. And so now seeing Shawnoo and Yeonjung kiss, I was like, wow, why does this look the most fake I've ever seen it? So I don't know. I would love to see Shawnoo and Yeonjung again. Honestly, I don't want to see any of the Natasha actors anymore. I mean, Jisoo is still okay, but I've seen her quite a lot. Given I don't want to see Subin, so that's why I've been seeing Jisoo so much. But now that Shawnoo finally has more days with Yeonjung, I would love to see more of the shows with him and Yeonjung, and then I'll see if the kiss looks different later. But yeah, I do want to say that I was pretty surprised seeing it look so fake this time, but we'll see next time. We'll see next time, and I'll let you guys know how it is. Okay, now, just trying to think what else happened to say. Overall, yeah, overall, I really do like this section. In terms of like seeing Anatole the most. That's the thing. So I can't say for the other actors, but seeing Anatole the most, this section was good, and I was able to see the actors a lot because they would walk around us a lot. So that was pretty cool. Um, um, yeah, yeah, and nothing. Yeah, and then everything else perfectly fine. Nothing else to say. Just Pierre. So the Pierre I saw that day is Kim Joo-taek. So Kim Joo-taek I've seen a couple times and he's okay, but I still prefer K-Will a lot more. But I do want to say he did a lot better yesterday. Out of all the times I've seen this Pierre guy, I felt like he sang the best yesterday, and I was like, dang, I was very, very impressed. But I still prefer K-Will. And he had some funny things with Shawnee. So there's a moment where like Shawnee like does this dancing, and so Jutek, the other peers wouldn't copy his dancing, but Jutek for some reason each time he's acting with Shawnee, he would always try to copy his dancing, like kind of like a joke, but also like just going with the theme of like going with the story. But the thing is, it was so funny because what Shawnee did, and then Jutek tried to copy it, but it was like not the same at all. So it was he tried, but it was so different. But I thought it was so funny. So I was giggling in my seat seeing that, and so while I was giggling, I was the only one giggling. So is this not something that people find funny? I thought it was so cute. It was so cute and funny. Like Shawnee doing this like cute little dance, and then Jutek tried to copy it, but it wasn't the same. I thought was cute and funny. So I'm here giggling. And I'm pretty sure I was the only one giggling in my section. And maybe the whole venue. I don't know. And so when I was giggling, the girls in front of me, they looked behind to see me. I was like, thinking to myself, first off, I didn't laugh that loud. Okay. It was just a giggle. It was like, it was like just something like that. So I didn't think it was loud or noticeable, but they looked at me like, what the heck? And I'm just like, what the heck to you guys? Okay, so I was thinking like, do you guys not see that funny thing that just happened? Maybe they didn't see it, or maybe they didn't think was funny. I don't know, but I really thought was so weird to see that happen. I'm like, do you Korean girls not have humor? But then again, I wonder if maybe my humor is weird, if that's why. But I was really taken aback that they looked at me like, "Oh my gosh, why were you laughing?" Kind of feeling, and I'm just like, "Why are you not laughing?" So it's just yeah. So things like that happen when sadly our humors don't match, but whatever. I thought that was so cute and funny. And so, anyways, yeah. So overall, yeah, Jutek, he's a fun Pierre, and he sings great, and he doesn't do a lot of interaction with Shauna, just that one thing of copying his dancing. But overall, he's very straightforward with his acting and stuff. Um, um, yeah, yeah. So that's all to say. And so moving forward, I do not have any tickets bought yet because so Lulu asked me about this. So currently there is a sale. It says 25% and 30% off, but the conditions for this is that it says only when buying 3 tickets together. So me being only one person and I don't have 2 other people that wants to go with me, I cannot get that discount because I have to buy 3 or 4 people together. So if I buy 3 tickets together for one show, I get 25% off. If I buy 4 tickets together for one show, then it's 30% off. So they're having this kind of sale because May is basically like a family month. So like today, May, did I say this? I don't think I said today, May 5th is Children's Day. So happy Children's Day in Korea. And then May 8th is Parents' Day. So overall, the whole month of May we consider like a big family holiday season. And so for this family holiday sale, so they're like, yeah, so to come see with your family, if it's 3 people or 4 people, you can have this big discount. But sadly, not for people like me who is only one person that wants to go. Yeah. And also, it's only Comet and VIP seats as well. Yeah. So they still restrict that as well. So here's the thing. I don't know if this will be the only sale for May. They could have another sale later. So for me personally, I really don't want to miss out on another sale again. So I'm gonna wait for as long as I can. And the seat that I want, which is the balcony seat, usually doesn't sell out quickly. But I'm still a little bit worried as time goes on and like less shows of Shawnu begins to happen, then maybe more people will buy out the seats. So I'm risking it sadly, but for now I still don't want to risk missing out on a sale again. So I've decided that I still need to wait until the next sale that applies to me. And like here's the thing, if they do it again where only Comet and VIP seats are 20% off. So that's the thing. I'm like, man, what if like I should just buy my balcony seat now because they're not going to have a sale again for all the seats. But we don't know. We don't know. I really hate it when I have bad timing on missing out on a sale or anything. So for now, I've already spent so much money on this musical anyway. You guys know. And so I should save as much money as I can. And so I've decided I really need to wait until a sale happens, or at least I'll wait to buy my ticket until it's closer to the concert day so that surely I won't be missing out on a sale if I buy the ticket when it's closer to the date. But again, that's a big risk. That's a big risk because I could be missing out on good seats. So for now, I still decided as so. But if by chance something comes over me and I want to buy a ticket early for some reason, we'll see. We'll see. But for now, I really am going to do my best to wait until the next sale and then go from there. Um but anyways, yeah, so I mentioned this earlier. I would like to see Shawnu 1 or 2 more times. So for now I've seen him 6 times. Okay, I've seen him 6 times, but I feel like I'm good to see him either 7 or 8 more times total. I don't think I need to see him more than 8 times. That's my personal feeling for now. For now, hopefully I stick to it. And then with Leo, I kind of want to see Leo again. And so I'm going to wait a bit, just wait a bit. I'm not in a rush to see Leo, but I would like to see him at least one more time now. I've decided I really would like to see Leo one more time. It's just too good. Okay, his performance is really too freaking good. And along with Yeonjung and K-Will, it's too good. And so I'm just like I need to see it one last time. I really can't control myself. I need to see that one more time. And so that's my plan is that total only 3 more times to see this musical, and that's it. And they already took too much of my money, and this is enough. That's enough. Okay. Hmm. Yeah, yeah. So up until the end, even at the ending when we're saying goodbye and all that fun stuff, Shanu still never looks at me. he never looks my way when I'm waving or anything, or when I'm staring at him. Never looks at me. And like, yeah, even until the end, no wave back at me. So that's why I'm still confused. Like, what could he be thinking? But also, I feel like is he purposefully avoiding me? Which I wonder why. But I don't know. I don't know. Anyways, that's not important to think about anyway. Right, it's not it's just I just can't help but notice it. Like, he says hi to everyone, but how come he doesn't want to say hi to me? So that's why I make such a big deal about it. But it's fine because we held hands. So, and I don't know if he holds hands with other fans. I mean, I see him, greet everyone, high five, and like shake their hands, like I see that. But yeah, I just wonder. Anyways, anyways, let me just take it for myself. No matter what he does normally, who cares, right? It doesn't matter. With me, I had a romantic moment. I'll just take it. Great memory. Let's go. Okay, that's it. I'm pretty sure that's all I want to talk about. I mean, MX pop-up store. Yeah, I'm gonna be busy with that for the next 2 weeks, and so I said this earlier. You guys will see me less often, but I'm doing my best to finish everything as quickly as I can. And hopefully, yeah, this past weekend I was a little bit sick, but don't worry. But I'm a lot better now, so I just need to take care of myself better. And okay, let's go. Yeah, Lulu, right? That's the thing. Like, I understand, right? Like, I still had lucky things happen to me, even though I can't see any concert anytime soon. But I know I have these crazy things happen to me. But is it better than a concert? I don't know. I don't know. But anyways, what Lulu says, she wishes she was closer geographically to see Sean O'Toole and to hold his hand. Yeah, of course, Lulu would love to be in my position. I can assume that, of course, right? So I don't know, but is that more worth it than IAM's concert? I don't know, Lou. Right? Is it? So I don't know. That's really tough. I mean, if it was Gion, no question. Of course, I prefer anything with Gion more. But no, I need to think positively. Let me think positively. First off, I'm still bummed I can never see a concert again. Even though I can't say never is never, but for now it feels like never, right? So let me just be dramatic. Never see their concert again. But instead, because I was so bummed for a few days after I couldn't get an IM concert ticket, and then yeah, yesterday I was able to hold Shawnu's hand. I was like, wow, that's crazy. So yeah, I don't know. The universe and my luck is really it's really weird, right? And so yeah, I just take it as that. I'm lucky for random weird things, but they're super super lucky, right? It really is. And so in that sense, isn't this more lucky than getting a concert ticket, right? So I'm trying to think that way as well. I'm both unlucky and super lucky at the same time. Yeah, so yeah, it's all good. But yeah, I still can't believe it. That's the thing. Like, I don't know when I'll get over it, but I'll get over it eventually. But I still can't believe it after 5 years to hold his hand again. So crazy. And then whenever that day comes, if I could hold Guillaume's hand, but I highly doubt it. But I wonder how it would feel, just thinking about how it would feel with every member if when I get to hold their hand, how that feeling would be. And so just for now, getting the taste of it with Shaunu, it just feels so weird. Feels super weird. But I hope surely I get to hold Wano's hand one of these days, right? I mean, surely, right? So we'll see when he comes back. Um yeah, just so interesting. Okay, okay, let's go. Sorry. Let me quickly finish first. Delarian, what's up, girlfriend? I'm gonna contact you soon. By the way, Delarian, please wait for me. And so Delarian because about shopping stuff. So Delarian says hi. The animated short was super cute. Yes. Too bad it was it was sort of tainted by their sales. Right. I have a lot of mixed feelings about MX pop-up store, but can I rant about that next time if you guys don't mind? But I want to warn that I'm overall not super happy about it. But don't get me wrong. Don't get me wrong. I appreciate them doing things like this, of course, but this is what I mean that I need to take a break. So I'll talk about it in 1 second. And so Delarian says the I am cat made you LOL. Oh really? Oh really? Yeah. They're all cute. They're all cute, but I have so many indifferent feelings about it. But overall, it's nice. Just let me talk about it 1 second. Lulu says I feel like he has done this musical so many times he can do it with his eyes closed. I'm sure he does. Oh my gosh, I'm sure he does. Like I'd be shocked if anyone forgets their line or something, or maybe who knows if maybe Sean Yu ever what's the word? I don't think I've ever seen him do any mistake. But the thing is, he could have done a mistake and I didn't notice. But no, overall, I think everyone is like pretty well trained given they've done this for over a month now. Yeah, I would like to believe everyone's pretty solid about it. And oh yeah, just sometimes just Shawnu's ad libs are different. That's the only thing. And like him dancing, he still does the silly dances like pop and lock and robot. He's so cute. He's so cute. And like Dolokhov actor still Alice with him. He's like, oh my gosh, like, hey, what's wrong with you? And then Shawnu like actually does ad lib back. He's like, oh, I'm drunk right now. So that's why he's like, going crazy with the dancing and stuff. But it was so cute when they ad lib things like that. But Leo is not good at ad libbing as we know, but he's still hilarious though. You guys remember. So I really like to see at least those things that happen. That's the only different things. And yeah, it's cute. It's cute. And seeing Sean Yu sweat right in front of me, I still thought that was so hilarious to me. But I really appreciate knowing that he's working so hard. He's, just doing his regular job. Yeah. But yeah, he was definitely every time when I see him perform, he always seems very excited, which I like to see. I don't know how he is for every single show, of course, but at least the shows I've seen, I really like how he's like really into it and excited, but he's not acting like an a-hole. As you guys know, Leo is really good being the Anatole character, but Shawnee was just being himself. He's really he has no a-hole blood in him. That's also what I'm thinking. He's just acting like himself and trying to be a bad guy, but he's still being Shawnee at the end of the day. And I still appreciate seeing him be himself. But I like to see Leo as like the actor as Anatole. So it's all good. Yeah. Perhaps they are doing that because they want to protect themselves from fan hates. Yeah, we don't know. We don't know. But I mean, as far as I can see from Korean fans' tweets, I mean, they say the kiss is like, oh my gosh, I don't think I've ever seen anyone say like, oh, the kiss seems fake. I've never seen that. But at least, the thing is we don't see them making out. We don't see them moving a lot. We don't see like really a lot like, saliva and like, we don't see like them really kissing. So in some sense like the kiss still seems like choreographed to not be super into it and just be as simple as possible. But it does seem like they touch faces, but it's so hard to explain that it doesn't seem like their lips touch. But sometimes it looks like it is, but it's so confusing. But overall, after what I saw yesterday, it makes me think it actually could be like more fake than real. But we who knows. And so yeah, it could be overall like protecting from fan hate. Like they would be like, oh my gosh, they're like really making out on stage. I know for sure they would react to that. But in general, we don't know if the actors are comfortable or not to be kissing every single day. So whatever the case is, I feel like in general with Korea culture and everyone's comfort level, I think this type of kissing is the best they can do without crossing a line. Yeah. But I don't think it's super bad for them to do this. Just it just always makes me so curious how this kissing is so choreographed. That's the thing. Like it looks real and fake at the same time. It's so hard to explain. So that's why I'm so interested about it. Like how real or how fake is it? So I'm still on the fence about it, but now seeing it 9 times, I mean, I feel like sometimes they really look real So it makes me think if maybe those actors are just comfortable with each other, that they're okay to kiss for real. Who knows? We don't know. Um, and then other times looks more fake with it fascinates me. So yeah, that's all I could say about this. So I always want to tell you guys each time I see it, like what new thing I feel about it. So for now, I'm very on the fence still. Is it really real or not? Okay, clearly not the level of PDA you saw in Toronto. Clearly not. Yeah, in Toronto, they went all at it, right? Clearly not that level. And how Anatole flirted, kissed hands freely, and Natasha kissing was full lips on. Yeah, yeah, I can totally imagine that. Like Toronto, they're not K-pop singers or anything, so like they're totally fine to do that. And yeah, yeah, kissing hands and stuff. Whatever. Leo sometimes kiss audience hands. I've seen that, but Shaunu never. I've never seen him kiss an audience hand before. So I do find it interesting as well. Maybe Leo's a little bit more comfortable with that PDA stuff. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, just FYI about that. It's really not super romantic seeing it in Korea, but I still wish you could see it for yourself so you could let me know what you think about it. But it's really low key, very very low key. Yeah. Um, I was in the Mean Girl section. Yeah. Oh yeah, yeah, yeah. They, oh, you're so funny. You're so funny. Probably they were jealous of me that I held his hand. I mean, that's a good point. I don't know if those girls in front of me got to hold Shawnee's hand. Maybe they did. I don't know because I really was really so much going on. But yeah, who knows? Maybe yeah, maybe they were mad because they couldn't hold his hand. I don't know. Yeah, oh, who knows? But yeah, I was really so surprised to see them look at me like that. I'm just like, what's wrong with you guys? That's what. Anyways, yeah. Um, oh yeah, I know. The discount is so restricting. I know. I know. So for now, this family discount, I can't do it. And so I'm just gonna wait and see if they do a normal discount later. Let's wait and see. Yeah. Um, thanks, Gion Thunder, because she wishes me the best of luck that I'll get a good sale soon. I hope so too. Thanks. But if sadly a sale doesn't really happen anytime soon, then I'll just bite the bullet and just buy it at full price. But wish me luck. They do another sale later. Yeah, yeah. Um, so Delirious. Oh, wait, sorry. I'm skipping comments. Sorry. And then Lulu says, I'm not hopeful that I will get any of the merchandise from the pop up store. So you're gonna save your money. All good, all good. So I'm going through that process right now with people asking me about it, and I mean, it's basically Reason pop up store round two, and I mean, anything can happen. That's the thing, and so for now, I need to talk about that next time. But Lulu, if you really want my help and you want to try, I don't mind. I mean, as my K shopper, I really don't mind because why would I reject business, right? But it's all good. Um, but I recommend you should only get it if you really want it. That's the thing. And so if you're like on the fence about it, then don't get it. That's my opinion. But if you really do want it, then I'm willing to help with it. But yeah, yeah. So just keep that in mind. Delarian says, I think long shot here that the short will be a series. I don't know why. I don't know. I mean, my personal opinion, I thought that was just made just to promote the store, but I didn't think it was going to become a series. You think it could? But I mean, but you say it's a long shot. But yeah, for me personally, I thought it was just advertising cartoons. So again, who knows? They could be doing anything, thinking of anything. Yeah, who knows? But just FYI, I'm not excited of whatever they have in store. So let's talk about that next time. Oh, it's the feeling of missing out of MX members meeting opportunities. The of MX member meeting opportunities? Oh, I get. Oh, wait. Huh? What do you mean by that? Huh? Oh, sorry. I don't know what reference you mean by that. If you want to explain to me. Um. Oh, okay. So Gian Zanakas says, maybe you should keep checking if you can get an IM ticket, not from scalpers, but perhaps from someone who can't go or bought a different ticket and want to sell theirs. Right. So Gian Zanakas, I said this earlier, how I was for a few days checking if anyone cancels a ticket and if I could grab at it. And so I just check every so often to see, because usually early on tickets would get canceled and then we could just grab them once we see them. But after a few days of that, I couldn't find any open seats. And like that's the thing, it's super random when the seats open up and if you luckily can get them in time. I'm I don't know how lucky that will be in the future. So for now, I'm kind of I'm so sorry. So for now, I'm definitely done looking there. So I stopped like a couple days ago because every time when I check it and there's no tickets available, I'm always put in a bad mood. And so I don't want to be put in a bad mood anymore. So I decided I should stop. I should stop and just not think about it anymore. And maybe if one day I feel like it, I'm gonna check his tickets and I'll see if there's an open ticket. But every time when I go there to check a ticket and there's always sold out, it always doesn't make me feel good. So I think it's best that I just stop checking unless I randomly want to check it and put myself in a bad mood, or maybe if I'm in a bad mood already. But yeah, I've decided I don't want to check anymore, and also I don't want to buy from scalpers, of course not. But I don't feel comfortable buying it from resale as well. So just in general, with any ticket I buy in Korea, if I don't buy it myself, then I'm not gonna go. It's just safer that way, and no risk involved. And yeah, I'm still bummed. All right, yeah, I am. I'm like, it's just, what can we do? It's like, so let me get into this conversation now. So after feeling all that bumness of failing to again not see a Monster X concert, it just put me in this mood of like, because do you guys remember I said this last time? I'm still in love with Gion, but I'm not happy being his fan. I always get that way with Gion, and so I just took it as normal. But after I had that experience of I am ticketing, and yet again I failed to get a ticket, I'm just at that point, I'm really not happy being a Monster X fan. But just guys, don't worry. Okay, don't worry. So let me spill this all out first. So after that whole experience, I was not happy, and then every time when I checked for tickets again, I kept being not happy. I'm like, this is not what I want to be as a fan. I want to be their fan. I still love them, but when these things happen, it really affects me deeply since I love them so much, and continues to make me happy. Sorry, continues to not make me happy being their fan. And this is where I feel like this is like kind of dangerous with me, that I might harbor what's that word? What's that word? Grudge. Yeah, yeah. To hold a grudge against them. So I feel like I'm now in a very very iffy situation because more things after another, I continue to not be happy being their fan. So this is what I mean now. I need to take a break. So during this break I'm in, I'm still happy to talk about these things with you guys. Of course, and to let you guys know my honest feelings, I'm still happy to do so. But keep just to keep in mind from now on, I'm taking a break, and my feelings about them is not as happy or as excited as I used to be. But it's okay. It's okay, and it's just we have to see later whenever I feel better. But for now, it's yeah, just for now, it's not great. But given most of the guys are in the military, though, I feel like this is still something I need to do regardless. Like I'm being forced to take a break since they're in the military. But then we see this pop-up store happen. So this is also what I mean why I'm still not happy about this pop-up store. Like I'm still harboring bad feelings, not happy being their fan. But now I have to deal with another pop-up store of theirs. And as you guys remember, I had trauma from their other pop-up store. So I feel like as I go through this pop-up store again, I'm probably gonna harbor more bad feelings. And so just for now, I just want to think of it as work. So like I do so much work where I'm not a fan of the K-pop group. I don't care who it is. I don't care if I'm their fan or not. I'm happy to do so no matter what. And I love learning about these new K-pop groups as well. So sometimes I will ask the customer, "Oh wow, like you like this guy?" And like, "Oh blah blah." So I love to have just random conversations like that. So I still enjoy my work and just learning new things. And so when it comes to Monster X now, I need to only think of it as work. So I'm not happy about it as a fan, and so that's why I'm not super into wanting to buy these things for myself. Actually, I'm not interested, and that's why I'm not super into wanting to talk about it right now. But I will later. But for now, as my case shopper, as business, I will go there still as business. But I definitely have personal feelings I need to work through. So that's all to know for now. And I mean, as you guys know, I had that lovely time with Shanu, and I still love them. So that's one thing I hope everyone never forgets. It will take a big thing to happen for me to stop loving them. I'm so glad that I love them so much because with me feeling this way of not happy being their fan, I easily can move to another group anytime. I can, and no, I'll talk about that in 1 second, but I fully can leave anytime if I didn't love them this much. So I always want everyone to know the only reason I'm not leaving is because I love them so much. And so as I'm dealing with my feelings, just yeah, just I just need to deal with it. And so I have to expect more disappointments of being a Monster X fan. I have to. If I don't, then it's gonna bear more grudges in me, right? So I just want to just fully expect, yeah, I'm not gonna be able to see that, go that, be, all that stuff. I just as I go with those expectations, I'm gonna go through it as best as I can. And I'm happy at least I could see Shaunu. That's number one. I think that's what's mainly the only thing keeping me going is that I'm so glad at least I can see Shaunu, and then at least I can see I am at the festival. So I try to remember the least things at least I can do being their fan, and not and majority of the time is like usually not great things, and so I just have to focus on only the small good things that are happening, and I'll deal with my personal feelings another time. And so, while I'm in this messy situation right now, and don't worry guys, that's number 1, don't worry. It just don't worry. Okay, so as I'm dealing with this messy situation, I'm 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 looking into other K-pop groups, but not because I want to move. I'm not moving. Okay, I'm not moving. But I miss the feeling of enjoying being a K-pop fan. That's what I mean. So as I'm shopping for various K-pop groups, I'm exposed to so many K-pop groups already. So if I see a K-pop group that I'm already shopping for, and I'm just like, they kind of make me curious, and so I look into them, and so I'm just being like, what's the word? I'm being very casual. It's so casual, but I just need something to just distract me from Monster X, in all honesty. And so I want to enjoy some other K-pop singers and other K-pop content, and just enjoy with no feelings. Like I have no personal relationship with them. There's like nothing except it's just pure entertainment to me, basically. And so I have been interested in this one K-pop group, and I will never tell you guys. I'm so sorry. So I will never tell you guys because I'm still scared Monster X are watching me. Okay, that's number one. If by chance Monster X is watching me, I really don't want them to know these other K-pop groups I'm interested in. And so just that's number one. Okay, so anyways, one K-pop group these days has been really interesting to me, and they're quite new, by the way. That's the only thing I can let you guys know. They're quite a new group, and so I got to know them because I bought stuff for them for other customers, and I was just like, let me see their content, and so they are so hilarious. I have not enjoyed a K-pop group this much in so long, and so I still love Monster X. I need to keep saying this. I still love Monster X. Their content always makes me laugh, and I love to see them perform, and I will always love them. But for now, since most of them are in the military, IM is disappointing me, and I only have Shaunu, pushing me through it, but he's only doing a musical, and I'm already sick of his musical, as you guys know. And so I just need something different. I need to relax and like enjoy being a K-pop fan. And so I'm really glad I found this K-pop group, and I'm really so casual. They are just so fun to watch. And so the thing is, their videos actually they don't have a lot of English subtitles. So that's also why I'm not gonna recommend them to you guys either. Anyway, and I'm never gonna tell you guys. Okay, so anyway, so their videos and stuff only yeah. So you have to know Korean to understand them. And so they're I just they're so funny. So I'm just they're basically feeling like my break for now. And so when everyone comes back from the military, I wonder will I still like this K-pop group? I don't know. I don't know. We'll see as time goes on. And so if ever I tell you guys who this K-pop group is, but honestly, I feel like it will never happen. So anyways, please don't be curious. And so anyway, so I just say that because right now I'm currently feeling okay thanks to this K-pop group who is currently entertaining me right now and like getting my mind off of Monster X, and it's just so nice to just see a K-pop group and just enjoy them with no bad feelings at all. And like honestly, I don't want to go to their concert. I don't think I want to, but they're still new, you know. But for now, yeah, I just really enjoy everything they're doing. They're really talented people, of course, and it's yeah, so I just feel like this is like really good timing. I found this K-pop group and it's just a nice break that I need. And we'll see when everyone comes back from the military. I mean, Wano's coming back in no time, but I can see Wano anytime I want. So I feel like once Wano comes back, like maybe I'll feel back to Nora because it's so easy to do anything Wano related. But I don't know. But then once Gion comes back and like he goes back to disappointing me all the time, just anyways. So that's all I want to update for now. It's like don't worry, I'm enjoying my break and this new K-pop group I'm interested in. That's all you need to know. And then I'll see Shonyu again. I'll see I am next month. It's okay. It's okay. And after that, once everything is like pretty quiet, like maybe nothing new about Shawnyu and I mean, I am will be out of the country for like 2 months. So yeah, and then I have this current K-pop group to keep me entertained. And so I feel like all things happen for a reason. And I'm okay. Don't worry. I'll forever be a Monster X fan unless they do something super terrible. But I mean, it's kind of nice I have a backup, but I don't want to call them. I don't want to call them that. But I mean, just no worries. But I surely don't think I would. But anyways, but I'm just controlling it the best I can, and that I hope one day soon I will be happy being a Monster X fan. Hopefully, I mean, honestly, once OT7 happens, but but for now, just I need to regulate myself. Okay, so anyways, let's go. Let's go. Um, okay. So Lulu is explaining to me what she meant by that. Okay, international fans not being able to go to events that MX do in Korea is feeling missing out. Got it. And then keep in mind, I also can't see them in Korea too, but I live in Korea, right? So I feel like missing out too. So yeah, I agree. I agree. But yeah, don't just remember me. I live in Korea and I still can't see them. So yeah, but again, I still prefer living in Korea. I can see Shawnee musical. I see I Am Festival. So yeah, I totally understand. And like I feel like missing out. You guys can see I am overseas, but I can't. But still, I'll see them at a festival, so I can't really say I'm missing out, right? But it still sucks, right? It still sucks. I can never see their concert. So yeah, yeah. But I try to think more positively. I can still see them in Korea, just not at a concert, and it's okay. Yeah. Lula says maybe check closer to the date if tickets open up. It's possible. It's possible. I still need to. I still need to. Yeah. For now. My feelings still don't feel good every time when I go check tickets, and it's always empty. So I have to be in the right mood to want to check tickets again. And yeah. I'm thinking checking closer to the date maybe, but no, it's okay. Yeah. Yeah, but I'll do according to how I feel, and if I get lucky or not lucky, I have to deal with it the best I can. Yeah. Thanks, guys, for understanding me. So Gianzanaka says, all good, Chrissy. Only do what makes you happy and comfortable. That's what I've decided from all of this is that my well-being was not feeling good ever since ticketing started for IM's concert, and so I had to think about it really carefully to myself. Why do I feel this way? And just yeah. I mean, ideally, I wouldn't be feeling any of this if I just luckily was able to get a ticket on my own, right? But but this is not the first time this has happened to me. So it's just I feel like cuz it's the same thing over and over again that's why at this point I don't think I have a lot of um I have a what's that word? I can only bear with it so much. So seeing it happen all the time, every time, and it never changes. It um it gets at me. Yeah, yeah. So it gets at me when it happens every single time. And so I feel like after this IM concert ticketing, I felt like I was at my limit basically. And yeah, yeah, it just makes me I don't know, because I'm happy for them to be so popular, of course. But it's right, like I'm happy for them, but selfishly for me, I'm not happy. That's the thing. So it's yeah, but I think most important at the end of the day, Monster X being popular is more important than me being happy being their fan. Do you guys agree with me? Is it good? Is that good? If you think it's wrong, let me know. But I would like to believe that Monster X popularity, they should continue to grow. And for me, I won't be happy, but I can deal with it the best I can, which is why I'm looking into other K-pop groups, but not because I'm moving. If Monsta X is watching me, I'm not moving. Okay, I'm not moving. I just really need to get my mind off of Monsta X since I can't enjoy being their fan anymore. So yeah, so I feel like I need to focus more on me and just let Monsta X enjoy their popularity, and I will just be on the outside of it. And whenever the day happens when I can see them in concert, great. But until then, I need to take care of myself. Yeah. Yeah. Lulu says, I was also bummed out about MX cancellation and vowed not to see them. Oh, what? And hold out for Wano. What do you mean vowed not to see them? Don't say such a thing. You will see them eventually. You will, okay? Don't say that. And then yeah, but you're holding out for Wano, and you'll surely see Wano soon. Yeah, yeah. And you're happy that I am is in Toronto is a bittersweet meeting. Got that right. Got that right. So to each their own. Exactly. Yeah. If I was in Lulu's situation, I think I would feel exactly the same way. I think so. I think so. I think so. Yeah. Um. Yeah. So I do think my feelings are different because I live in Korea. So given I live in Korea and I can never see them in Korea, it just right. It doesn't make sense, and it really sucks, right? But I have to remember I still could see them. I could, just not at a concert. Yeah, so I have to I have to remember, just take it easy, but I still need to take care of myself that I'm not happy being their fan in Korea and deal with it the best I can. Um what? So speaking about being unhappy being a fan, what happened? So Gianzonaka is telling me I've seen so many comments about I am. That's sad. Okay, okay, okay. Okay, right now it's past midnight. Happy May 6th in Korea, but today is a holiday, by the way. So Children's Day, everyone has the day off, but since it was a Sunday, May 5th, so Monday today is also considered a holiday. So don't worry about me. We can chat. Okay, so but the thing is I have to work. Oh, okay, but it's past midnight. Okay, okay, okay. We will be as brief as we can. Okay, so I'm a little confused about that. Why are people disappointed in I am? So as far as I can see, there's still many tickets available in other countries. And I know that ticketing was not great, but overall ticketing was okay, I hope. So I'm a little bit confused. Why are the fans not happy with I am when it seemed like overall tickets for his concerts are okay? Unless because all of VIP is sold out. So are people complaining because all of VIP is sold out? Is that why? So please tell me about it. Yeah. Delirium. I appreciate that you guys are so understanding. If I was talking with any other fans, I don't think they would understand me. So that's why I still really appreciate you guys, how you found me and you understand me. Wait, but yeah, so Delirium tells me, you have to do what you feel, no hate, all love. You guys are very, very kind as always. Thanks for saying that because I didn't even think about it that way. I have no hate for Monster X. too true. I didn't even think about that. I love them so much. How could I hate them, right? So I never ever feel any hate towards them, but I'm just not happy. That's the thing. That's the thing. And and being their fan being their fan can't be perfect. Yeah, that's the thing. So I acknowledge that, but as I just said earlier, so many bad things happen to me all the time where I can't enjoy being their fan. So that's what I mean. At this point, I've hit my limit. So that's why I currently feel this way. But yeah, no hate on them at all. And it's only because they're popular. That's why I'm going through like this. And so I definitely should not be I shouldn't be selfish thinking I wish they were less popular so I could be happy as their fan. That's not good to say, right? I mean, I can't help but think I wish, right? But that's not good to think that way. So yeah, so I just try to think of it positively. I'm glad they're so popular, and I'll enjoy being their fan one day. I mean, as I said, I can enjoy being Wano's fan, and I think there are sometimes I can enjoy being Juhan's fan. Gian, I pretty much gave up at this point. And Shaunu, I've been able to see Shaunu so many times. So I just try to do my best to focus on the little things. And but even though I focus on these little things, I'm still not happy. That's the thing. So it's helping me get through the best I can, but I still can't say how or when I'll be happy being their fan again. But I still love them. No matter like this new K-pop group I'm into, I still can't say I love them. I don't know if I ever will love them. Like it's really really too big of a feeling like my love for a K-pop group. I have never loved a K-pop group like Monster X before, and I don't imagine I could ever find a group like them that I can love like this again. So that's why I just Monster X, if you're watching, don't worry. Okay, yeah. I really love them too much. And because I love them too much, that's why I'm controlling myself right now where I don't want to keep being unhappy and I need to do other things that can give me more joy being a K-pop fan, and that's what this new K-pop group is doing for me right now. And and it's all good. It's all good. So anyway, so that was just very touching, Delarian, for telling me that. Just thank you for that. And then Gian's undercut. She says it's totally understandable to want to have that fangirl feeling. See, you guys totally understand me. It's just so touching to me. And she says, so check out anyone you want. It's all good. You guys touch me so much. I might start crying, but I'm not gonna cry. All right, no. But I appreciate hearing things like that from you guys, and just away from Twitter, just the loud fans on Twitter, the things they say that I see pop up on my feed. I'm just like, oh my gosh, that's why I can't be friends with K-pop fans, but then I'm just so glad to meet people like you guys who are not like people on Twitter, basically. uh, Anyways, thank you for saying that, and it really touches me. And yeah, so I just still I still wanna I still wanna say there's no way I'm leaving Monster X, and that's why I just, because I'm scared they might be watching me, I'm never gonna leave Monster X. But I'm glad to find a K-pop group that is so entertaining to me. And I can't say I really fangirl about them. I just got into them, by the way. I just found them recently, and I really like their music, and they're so talented and funny. Um, but yeah, but no, I still don't feel the love for them like I have for Monster X. So for now, I just really enjoy them as just entertainers, I guess. That's all I can say about it. Um yeah, and I can't say I fangirl over them. I don't know. It's really hard to explain, but I'm still very early with them. But even in the short time that I've been their quote unquote fan, it's just um been very relieving, like not focusing on how I am as a Monster X fan and just enjoying another K-pop group during this time. And they have new content all the time, by the way. So I really appreciate they keep their fans busy, which I think is super spoiling them. Like I'm just like, wow, it's just so crazy. And so they really they really keep the fans busy, and so I'm just like, wow, this is wild. And so but yeah, it's been really like feels like I'm on a fangirl vacation, basically, just don't need to worry about Monster X for now and just enjoy this new group and whatever things they do. And I still don't think I'll ever go to their concert, but yeah, just yeah. Anyways. So yeah, just yeah. Okay. Let's go. Oh. Oh, and Lulu says, I think it may be in my best interest to buy Monster X items without being a fan. You have that added stress. I didn't even think about that. Yeah, when I buy Monster X items, yeah, I do feel a kind of stress, especially as a fan. Um, and yeah, so I had to think about, what if I want something, but instead I want to make sure the customers get everything they want? Yeah. In some sense, maybe this is good at this time that I'm only thinking about the new Monster X stuff only as a business, but not anything I personally want to. Maybe all things happen for a reason. I don't know. Yeah. Um, and then Lulu, ooh, she's occupying her music life casually by discovering EXO, Victon, Vix, Gravity, and you're enjoying I've Come Back. You go, girlfriend. Those are all great choices, in my opinion. I mean, I I have some prejudice against I've just I just do. I don't know if you guys remember me talking about I've before, but I admit their songs are catchy. I admit. It's just I always think, man, Starship gives so much special treatment to Ive. So that's basically why I will always have a prejudice against Ive. But you enjoy what you want to enjoy too. Don't worry about it. Yeah. And yeah, all those groups you mentioned, they all have great music. So I hope you're enjoying them. And then if you get to know the members, I mean, Vix, I mean, girl, okay, wait. And Guillaume's on a cut, since you're here too, I found out that Vix is having a fan meeting May 18 and 19. And so Leo, of course, is gonna be there. So I was like, wait, he's not doing a musical on that weekend? And yeah, he's not doing a musical on that weekend. Shawnu is gonna be doing the musical on that weekend. And so, anyways, I was so tempted because there are seats available for their fan meeting. And I was like, since I can't go see I am, how about I just go see Vix instead? I was so bitter. That's number one. You guys know how bitter I am, and I was really like, I would love to see it. So Vix, for now, is only three of them will be there: Leo, Ken, and N. Even N is gonna be there, and so they all left the company though. So I'm still confused about what exactly is going on. But I was thinking that would be so nice to go see them, but I stopped myself because as I mean as much as I love them, so as I was thinking, before buying the ticket, I was so tempted. I even clicked on it to buy the ticket. I clicked on it and I was thinking, do I really want to buy this? But then I thought to myself, this money can go towards seeing Leo musical. so so what stopped me was just like, man, I could use this money to see Leo's musical instead. And so I decided at that point, and then what I said earlier, I need to see Leo musical one more time. All right. So that convinced me. Just yeah, I who knows if I would even enjoy this fan meeting. I don't know. Since there's only the three of them. We don't know. And so I decided no. Yeah. Go see Leo musical instead. So yeah. And so anyway, so if you guys ever see me go to another person's concert, no big deal. Just enjoying just for fun. But I always want to assure I don't see myself ever leaving the Monster X fandom. And if I do, I'll let you guys know for real, for real. But I feel still so solid as a Monster X fan. Just I have to deal with my personal feelings, and I just casually go into other K-pop groups. It's not bad. It's not bad. Yeah, as Lulu is going. Exactly. Gianzanaka said, I think it's not wrong to think about your own well being foremost. So I would say it's equally important that MX is popular and you're happy. Oh, Gianzanaka, that's so touching. I mean, yeah. I mean, you're not wrong. This whole thing is there's no wrong thing. The more I think about it, because as Guillaume Zanaka just says, it's not wrong to think about your own well being more. And so if equally important that MX is popular and that I'm happy at the same time. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I mean, I think I still haven't found that balance where MX is popular and I can be happy. I haven't found that balance because I'm not happy, and the reason is because they're too popular. So, mm, hmm. Yeah, so that's the thing. I don't know where that balance is. Um, that's tough. That's tough. Like every time when I'm disappointed with something as a Monster X fan, it's always is the only reason is because man, because they're too popular, because they have too many fans. There's blah blah. That's the only reason behind how I get sad being their fan is just how can I compete with all these people and these people using computer programs to get these tickets or a number to to get into the music shows. I can't compete with these like quote unquote cheating people. So um but I would like to hope that day can come where MX is popular and then I can finally be happy being their fan. I'll hope for that. But for now, I don't know how I could, but I'll hope for it for sure. And then Giyazanaka says, I can't really tell if there's a lot of Monbibis feeling this way or if some are just being very vocal. That's a good point. But I saw comments about how the ticketing and the change of dates right. The ticketing and change of dates for his concert was a mess. Yeah, yeah. And oh, let me finish reading your comments. And so, because I am said something to Korean Monbibis about wishing them luck with ticketing and stuff, but not mentioning international fans. Excuse me, so sorry. Some were upset and talking about how Korean fans are treated better. Okay. But like you said, no idea if lots of them think this way. Okay. I remember seeing things like that. Okay, so thank you for the summary. Oh, but that's really tough. That's number one. Like I don't think they're wrong to feel and say this way. So let's first talk about the change of dates. I was so disappointed when I saw that happen. So I think it's fine that you add on a second day for LA. I've seen many K-pop groups do that, and they don't do it out of nowhere. They prepare it just in case because they expect, yeah, I think we could do a second day, but let's announce it after we see how the first day sells. Blah blah. They always do that, and so no surprise they add a second day for LA. But then they said, hey, New York is selling out so well, we're gonna change the venue and change the date. I've never seen that happen before with other K-pop groups. Have you guys ever seen that happen? I was flabbergasted. I'm like, so so because you have to book these venues in advance. So do they book both of them in advance or do they have one like as backup just in case? But why did no one think like tickets just went on sale, everyone bought it, and then they think it's okay to change the date? I don't know why they think that's okay. That's wild to me. So I was really, really shocked about that. So yeah, so then I remember seeing fans complain about it as they should because New York was first on a Saturday. So most fans could go because it's a Saturday, of course. And then the new date is on a freaking Monday. And it's a whole different venue. And so people had to um change their booking and stuff. And oh my, yeah. So that is really unbelievable. And I don't know why Sony Music thinks that's okay. So yeah, I still don't know if Sony Music is really a better company. And like they're okay in some sense. I still hate Starship, but I don't know why anyone thinks that's okay. So yes, I do think yes, some of this complaining I think makes sense. And then the ticketing I heard was a mess. And yeah, all worth mentioning. And so in the midst of all this, international fans feel like they're not being treated well. And I think that makes sense, right? So if you guys disagree, let me know. But I'm speaking from my perspective. I think it makes sense. They are not feeling good. Like they just feel like, oh, they don't really care about this concert overseas. And so I am sent bubble messages. I'm still subscribed to his bubble, so I saw those messages, so I know what they're talking about. and it was on the day of the Korea ticketing day. So he sent Bubble messages, and he was like, "Oh, today's ticketing day, right? Okay, I'll come send messages later after ticketing is done." And I saw all his messages, and I was bummed not getting tickets, right? And then I see his messages, and I'm like, it was kind of comforting, I have to admit. I mean, I went through the Korea ticketing, and I'm in Korea, and I see his messages, and so he kind of comforted, saying like, congrats to everyone who got tickets, but I feel bad, yeah, for anyone that couldn't get a ticket, and so I just took that for myself. I'm like, yeah, yeah, and then he said, yeah, for scalpers. So like in Korea, I didn't know this until I saw a tweet about it, but scalping in Korea is illegal. I don't know how exactly that is because I have seen scalpers in Korea like all my life. So I don't know to what extent it's illegal, but then I am said like, yeah, don't buy from scalpers. Like I will talk to the company, and we'll do our best to find all the scalpers and stuff. And I was like, oh, okay, I just try to find comfort in his words. I'm like, okay, yeah, would be nice, yeah, if you could find all the scalpers. But then I am also says in there, why are there scalpers for my tickets? I'm not popular. And I'm just like, I don't know why he doesn't think he's popular. Like, yeah, you're not the same popularity as like BTS or even EXO, in all honesty, right? He's not as popular as like those top groups, but I find that crazy. He still thinks he's not popular. And so I'm just like, whatever. Okay, but yeah, so he tried to comfort in that sense, and that he would do his best about scalpers, and I'm like, okay, that's cool. But yes, so he never mentions about international fans. But keep in mind, on this day was only for the Korea ticketing. So I felt like that made sense why he would only talk about the Korea ticketing, because it just happened. Like he legit sent messages 1 hour after ticketing was done, and then asking us how did it go, blah blah blah. Now for international fans, um, I don't think he really knew when ticketing was going on. But also keep in mind, internationally, it happened like after midnight in Korea. So I don't think we should put him in that high expectation that he should like be available in all time zones and like know everything. But I do understand, at least mention a little bit. I do understand that, but we also need to understand he's in Korea. His native language is Korean. He's a Korean citizen, so I think that makes sense. He would like be more focused and know more about what's happening in Korea than internationally. So that's one thing I think some fans are like missing the point about it, that I think the expectation that he needs to be available in all time zones. I think that's really expecting too much of him. So that's my personal opinion on it. If you disagree with me, no worries. Please tell me about it. And so the thing is, I think it's important he should acknowledge in some sense. Like even if it's not the same time zone, at least acknowledge it later. It's like, oh, overseas fans, if it's going okay, whatnot. Um, but here's the thing. I subscribed to his bubble since the beginning. I can't remember at any moment he ever talked to the international fans on Bubble. Correct me if I'm wrong, but I can't remember. I personally can't remember. So he usually, I think 99% of the time, writes in Korean, and it's about Korean stuff, what's happening in Korea. Yeah, that's the only thing I can remember, like not acknowledging like anyone who's in another time zone or another country. And even though he knows English and could write in English, I rarely see him write anything in English, like a full-on conversation or sentence. So I think that's another thing to keep in mind, is that when he's writing on Bubble, it feels like he's only thinking about Korean fans. That's why he only writes in Korean. So him doing that in Bubble and only acknowledging what's happening in Korea to Korean fans, I think that's normal of what he usually does on Bubble. So international fans expecting him to say something about it on Bubble, I also feel like that's too big of an expectation, because he's never acknowledged international fans in Bubble before. From my memory, as far as I can remember, I really don't think he ever did. So that's also another thing that I feel like fans are like really expecting too much of him when he never did that to begin with. But I do understand there needs to be some acknowledgement. But then that got me thinking, did Mazda X ever acknowledge overseas fans? Like when it came to ticketing, or when venue whatever things are happening? Did they ever acknowledge it? Even with Wano, I don't know if he did either. So that's another thing. I don't know if groups usually acknowledge international things like that. Yeah, so that's my concern about it. But still, what the international fans are going through right now, I really think it's crazy. And like I think even in Europe, wasn't there something that changed in Europe too? So I was like, what the heck is going on? So I do think it's not fair, and it totally warrants anyone who's not happy about it. But I don't think they should aim it at IM. IM is just doing his own thing. He's only in Korea, so he would focus on what's happening in Korea. And I mean, even if he did say something, would that really fix anything? Would it? But I do understand it would feel good to get acknowledged. I do understand that. But even with him not acknowledging it, is this really such a bad thing? So yeah, especially because I just don't think they usually do that. So that's anyways. Right. So in conclusion, um does IM treat Korean fans better than international fans? In my opinion, because he's Korean and usually speaks Korean, he's in Korea, he usually acknowledges and talks with Korean fans more than international fans. So I feel like this is very normal, and fans being upset of like what other things because he's not acknowledging the international fandom. But when has he ever done that? So that's my personal opinion on it. Yeah. But yeah, but it sucks. Everything sucks. The blame should be more put on Sony Music because I still don't know why they think it's okay to change the date and venue. Okay, so we gotta go. I'm getting tired, so we gotta go. But I really appreciate knowing all this and also letting you guys know my opinion. But we gotta go. Let's go. So I'll try to be faster. Okay. Lulu says, if it was the way Sony effed up the pre-sale, being a member but not getting a pre-sale code until 40 minutes after, yeah, the ticketing was really, really bad. Yeah. Excuse me. We already know you can't make everyone happy. Yeah. And Guillaume Zonica feels like we always have to deal with some kind of drama. Yeah. But I just hope IM doesn't see all those comments. I see. Are they really bad comments? Like, are they just basically just demanding IM to say something? Really? Is that all they want? And they think that that will make everything feel better? Is that what they think? Gamesonic says, yeah, Sony definitely messed up big time. Got that right. Yeah. So that's super disappointing. Like, it's great to do a world tour. I mean, we were thinking, and IM was hinting for a long time. It seemed like they were going to do a world tour, but I'm shocked. Why are they messing this up so badly? This is really, really crazy. In Toronto, all the front section was not available for sale, and then was released with wow, really? And then when it went for sale, it was over $200. I mean, $200 on top of the price. Okay. Okay. So that's really bad. So I don't know why they do that overseas. In Korea, at least all the prices are the same. You would never like see that, but oh my gosh. And the only way you would leave Wano and MX is if their music is not doing it for you. Good to know. And you don't see that happening for now. That's good to know. But I think even if their music changed, I can't I don't think you will leave that suddenly. I can't imagine. But let's wait until if ever that day happens. And if ever any of us leave the fandom, I don't think it's a big deal. It's sad but not sad at the same time. Like I still want to be friends with all you guys, even if we don't like Monster X anymore. If that, I don't know if that'll ever happen, but you guys get me, right? So I still want to be friends, and I still want to believe I would still like Monster X even if I lose big interest in them. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't want to imagine it. But for now, I still feel a big love towards them. And I hope to grow with them in the fandom in a more positive sense, especially for me. Like I want to be happy being their fan. And I'll go about it the best I can. Lulu, don't say that. Lulu says I need to go to the VIX fan meeting. No. No. Lulu, I stopped myself and you need to stop me too. No. That money will go towards seeing Leo's musical one last time. All right, girlfriend? No. Okay. um Gian Sonica as well. No. She also tells me I should go to the VIX fan meeting. No, guys. No. Okay. Okay. And also, I would feel weird that I'm there, and except I'm not a real fan. And but I want to believe I would have a good time, but no. It's mainly because of money. All right, guys. That money, I still want to use that money for Leo musical. Okay. 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 Lulu says, I feel like the greeting fan videos for tickets after ticketing was bad marketing. Changing venues to get more money is bad management. Angry fans were sending hate to IM. That's very, very unfortunate that they're giving the hate towards IM but not to Sony Music. Excuse me. I think they probably just need to put their hate somewhere. I think because they feel just not taken care of, and like just it just feels like a big old mess, and then I am only acknowledging the Korean side, but again, when does he ever acknowledge the international side? So it's I don't know. As we just said earlier, we can't make everyone happy. That's I feel like that's the whole thing about this. Um hmm. But yeah, so I'm just thinking more on the international side is that IM is he showed a lot of care saying like yeah, for Korea side we'll try to deal with scalpers as best as possible. So I guess seeing him care more on the Korea side, but then doesn't say anything about the international side. That's where I feel like he could be harboring hate. Is like how come he's giving so much attention to the Korea side, but I defend him because when has he ever said anything about the international side to begin with? So hmm, it just makes me think maybe he shouldn't have gone do a world tour if they were gonna be this messy about it. Might as well not do one unless you can do it properly. But what's done is done. I'm still happy for him to do a world tour, but this whole mess and then making all the fans angry and then putting hate towards IM for it. But I would like to believe IM is okay. He sent bubble messages earlier today. He seemed fine. He just talked about random stuff. He seemed perfectly fine. Yeah, I personally don't think he's into social media because yeah, even with what Korean fans say, like he doesn't mention anything like, oh, Korean fans are talking about this and this. So I don't feel like he's really monitoring a lot. So I don't think we need to worry about that. I mean, him not acknowledging international fans anyway up until now, that makes me believe he doesn't know what's going on. That's even more of what I think. So um but I don't think I am as responsible for anything. That's number one. So I hope he just goes about his life normally. Don't just the company is screwing things up and he can't do anything about it, but he does his best to the Korean fans given he's Korean. I don't think it's a favoritism thing. He's a freaking Korean speaking Korean. So of course he's assuming the people that understand him are usually his Korean fans, but also he's most comfortable speaking in Korean. So I just feel like that's really, really weird to say like he prefers Korean fans, but he's a Korean. So it's really that's a really like a weird thing to say, right? So I don't think he's doing anything wrong. He's being a normal Korean guy speaking to Korean people. So yeah. So anyways, yeah. So just leave him be, leave him be. And if he ever wants to acknowledge it, then we know, he knows. But if not, just leave him be. And I hope he will have a good time with whatever he does. And like when he goes do concerts, no matter the country, he usually does his best. I mean, that's how I feel every time they go overseas. They don't they don't, what's the word? They don't um they don't treat it differently from a Korean concert. Like at a Korean concert, they're kind of like more Korean, but that's not. I mean, that's always going to be a different. Like when you're in Korea doing a concert, of course it's different than when you're in a foreign country and speaking a language that no one knows. So it's always going to have a cultural difference. But I always feel like how they do concerts, even overseas, is still that same energy, that same feeling. They still love it and do their best. So I think at the end of the day, that's what's most important, isn't it? Right. And so I want to believe he's going to do fine. Just let him leave him be. Yeah. Um. mm, Gianzonarka says, I definitely don't think fans aren't allowed to feel this way or talk about it. Yeah, yeah. They're of course entitled to feel the way they do, but it's sad because I don't think I am means to put Korean fans first. It's just how it's always been. Gianzonarka, that's exactly what I said. So you agree with me. Exactly. That's exactly how I feel. Exactly. And so I'm glad you feel the same way. That's how I feel too. So those fans who are making a big deal about it on Twitter, they don't see I am as a Korean person. That's the way I'm thinking. It's like I feel like that doesn't make sense if they think, why does I am prefer Korean fans but is not prefer, he's a Korean talking in Korean. So I mean right, so it's just I think they lose that sense of like they don't realize that he's Korean, I guess. So that's my thinking behind it. And like they expect him to be more international and not care about Korea, but he's a freaking Korean person. So yeah, I feel like they're just losing sense of reality, I guess. That's my best guess about it. Like why would they be upset about a Korean person talking in Korean to his Korean fans? And he doesn't talk to his international fans because he's speaking in Korean. So if he's speaking in Korean, he assumes you guys get me, right? So yeah. Um anyway, so that's how I feel like maybe this is where the issue is. Yeah, and you've gotten used to it since way back when. Got it. Got it. I mean, I feel like that's weird to think that we expect every Korean K-pop singer to acknowledge international fans. Like I sadly don't think about it because I understand Korean and I live in Korea, so I never thought about it. But I would notice if they do acknowledge the international fans since it rarely happens. That's the thing. I mean, I don't know if it's good or bad that it rarely happens, but since it rarely happens, I'm like, wow, that's so interesting. They would acknowledge it. And so I I always get that feeling of like, yeah, they can do it every so often, but it's not a normal thing. And fans wishing they do it more normally. But I'm also thinking at the same time, they don't go internationally often. And again, they're Korean, living in Korea. They're most comfortable speaking Korean. So I think it makes more sense. They would always do Korea stuff more. If you guys get me, I really hope I'm not saying anything wrong, but just it's like if we were to flip it the other way, a Western artist whose native language is English, doesn't know any other languages, are we supposed to expect them to acknowledge every single country that's not speaking in English? We don't do that, do we? So I feel like that's putting K-pop singers in a way high standard that we don't even put for Western singers, right? So I think this is where the issue is. This expectation that's really too big in my opinion. Yeah. But I understand the hard feelings. I do understand that. But yeah, as Guillaume Zonica says, she has gotten used to it, which, but it's been that way from the beginning, right? So it's not really getting used to it. It's just that's how it is being a fan of a Korean singer when you don't know Korean and you don't live in Korea. I feel like that's kind of like, right? Right? Isn't that just like, yeah, so of course when you see them interact with their fans, they're usually interacting with their Korean fans, which makes sense, right? So that's my personal feeling about all this. Now, yeah, now that you, yeah. Okay, let's go. Let's go. Lulu says, I don't expect I am comforting words before a pre-sale or getting jealous that he did it for Korean ticketing. Lulu, you agree? She says that's delusional. Oh my gosh, I'm so glad you guys yeah, yes, okay. So I was a little bit worried if what I said was like kind of controversial, so I was really really like trying to be careful about it. But I feel like you guys totally understand me and you agree how I'm thinking as well, right? Because everything you guys say, I agree with too. So knowing that you guys say that and you're not Korean, that comforts me in some sense that yeah, you guys understand and yeah, yeah. So then again, I don't want to say they're wrong in feeling that way. I don't think they're wrong, but as Lulu said, a little bit delusional. Yeah, and like not thinking it in not being in reality about it that they are demanding this of a guy who is a Korean citizen who rarely speaks English to his fans, which is honestly a little bit surprising given he's good at English, but he's most comfortable speaking Korean, and that's fine. And so he would usually speak Korean, and that's totally fine and normal for a Korean person, right? Okay, yeah. It's just so interesting hearing these things and how it is on both sides of the fandom. But I always thought this was something common sense, but maybe some fans again are not realizing these things maybe, but I'm glad you guys are all good though, and yeah, we're all good. So yes, but Sony should have released pre-sale codes properly. I agree. They just messed up a lot, and Bubble is a Korean service. Yes. So sorry. It's stupid to think that it would cater to international fans. Lulu. I'm so glad you guys understand where I'm coming from. I was really, really, really like a little bit worried of what I was saying was what okay, so anyways, yes, even Bubble is not catered to international fans. Now, as we know, they do have a translator in it, which is like Google Translate or Papago, but as we know, internet translations are not perfect. So you would still miss out the meaning of what they're saying. And and that's the thing. I mean, I've subscribed to Monster X. I rarely, I feel like it's like 0.01% they would ever write something in English. So it's not because they don't acknowledge international fans. I definitely don't think so. But we have to remember they're most comfortable speaking Korean. It's their native language. Even with IM is a little bit tricky with him, but he says these days because he's lived in Korea for so long that he feels more comfortable speaking in Korean. He has said that in an interview before. So, all of them being native Korean people speaking in their most comfortable language, of course, they're going to speak in Korean most of the time, which means that their messages usually is directed towards Korean fans since they are the people that would most likely understand them the most. And then international fans who don't know Korean, like they would feel missing out because they don't know Korean, but you're still a fan because you like them and it's up to you if you want to learn the language or not, but you don't have to. If you just like them for them, that's cool. And then fans translate if they want, or you can translate on your own if you want. So that's I feel like that's just a normal thing, right? And so expecting the K-pop singers to have to do things that's not Korean, isn't that asking for a lot? I always feel like that is. And so yeah, so I feel like that's how this current situation is towards IM, demanding him to do something that he usually wouldn't do. So yeah. Yeah, but anyways, but to each their own if you want Bubble, even if you don't know Korean. Like as I use Bubble, I always think, if I didn't know Korean, would I want Bubble? I don't know. Honestly, I don't know. And so I can't attest to it since I know Korean. But yeah, Bubble feels more catered towards Koreans though. Yeah. Yeah. Um they also changed the venues in Europe too. I don't know what they're doing. This is I don't know who there thinks this is a good idea. Are you really a company? Are you really like are you even smart? I'm sorry to say that, but like how could they think that this is okay? But okay, but I just remember at least the Europe one, they changed venues, but the date stayed the same. I remember that. But yeah, I don't know. They're really being very, very this is just nuts, yeah. And all of this fan service is completely new to you, and it is a privilege, not a right, to be greeted and acknowledged by a member. Oh my gosh, Lou. Why don't all fans think like you guys? It would be nice if we see Twitter fans be, but that's the thing. I feel like only the bad ones talk on Twitter. I like me, you guys, we wouldn't talk about us on Twitter, right? Yeah, so that's the thing. But yeah, Lulu, I'm glad you guys all agree with me and understand me. And yeah, even though I'm still kind of weird, like because I know Korean, so I still can't really say am I really an international fan. But at least me being able to try to understand both sides and you guys confirming it for me, I'm glad to know that. But I still admire you guys. Do you know why? Because I I personally can't enjoy K-pop if I didn't know the Korean language. So during my journey, before I became good at Korean, I got into Korean music because I just liked the music. I thought was very, it was very, just it sounded very good. Except when I was listening to it, and the back of my mind is like, I can't really enjoy this if I can't understand what they're saying. It's very, I'm very weird like that. But then again, I am half Korean, so I always thought, like, how come my mom doesn't want to use Korean with me? And so one thing led to another. I just felt like I would benefit a lot if I learned Korean and like enjoy the music more, and then I can talk to my mom in Korean and practice all that stuff. And so for me personally, that kind of was like one of the reasons I decided to learn Korean on my own. My mom didn't force me or anything. It inspired me because of Korean music, Korean drama, and my heritage, just to learn Korean, and I've done that. And so I admire you guys that you can enjoy everything about the Korean pop culture and Korean culture in general, and don't feel the need to want to learn the language, and you still are content even not knowing the language. I admire that. So I think that's really special as international fans to be able to do that. But I speak only for myself. I don't think everyone is like me, that I have to know the language in order to enjoy it more. But I totally think, it was destiny, because I didn't think I would move to Korea, right? So because of me moving to Korea, and then I already know the Korean language, it just all was like puzzle pieces fitting together. And so yeah, for me personally, I would not be into Korean music, like not knowing the language. So so um So I think it's just cool that you guys are just cool. All right. And I'm happy being a fan where I feel like I'm more like a Korean fan than an international fan. And it is what it is. And to each their own. Okay, yeah, to each their own. So whether you want to learn Korean or not is each their own. But yeah, but I speak for myself. And anyways, we gotta go. Okay, let's go. Oh, okay. Sony is just, yeah, Lou. Sony, it feels like they're just winging it. They are winging this I Am World tour, as Sony has never done a tour of this scale. I'm shocked they never did a tour of this scale before. Really? I thought maybe they had some experience, so that's why they picked these cities. Oh my. Okay, well, that's disappointing. Okay, so as they're winging it for the first time, then this kind of makes more sense why they're doing stupid things like that. Good to know. Good to know. The hate I am got for a mistranslation. Oh no. That's right. I remember a mistranslation that sounded like fat shaming. I remember that time in. Ugh, okay. And then everyone needs to chill and not be so reactive to jump on the hate train. It's comments from an anti to stir up trouble. I agree. I agree. Yeah, so that's another thing that is tough being an international fan, I think. So again, each their own if you want to learn Korean or not. But I've said this before, you have to be careful of any fan translating on Twitter. I mean, I think by now we've seen like the fans that are best at translation, and I hope they acknowledge how like they are fluent in both Korean and English. Like I hope those get more what's the word, that they get more views, like more people see their translations. But I still see people on Twitter who I know are not fluent in Korean, and they're posting translations, and I'm like, so their translations are thankfully not terrible, but I always feel worried of like, do people believe that this person is fluent in Korean? So so you have to be careful, all right, guys. And and so mistranslations, I mean, even though my Korean is pretty good, but I always say I'm not fluent, as you guys know. So there are some times where in the Korean language they say something, it could be interpreted five different ways. So like I've seen it happen where a Korean person, she's like, what exactly does he mean by this? Like, does he mean this, or does he mean this? And another Korean person says, I think he means this and this. And they're like, really? So I've seen that happen even within Korean people. Sometimes they don't truly understand what he's saying either, because it just depends on his sentence and context, and you know, so that's where some people can find it tricky to translate. And so that's why I wish K-pop singers don't write things that could be like misinterpreted, or like they say it too vaguely. It's so the Korean language will always be super difficult to translate, in my opinion. And so yeah. So that's always going to be tricky, being what things get translated to the international fandom and then what becomes an issue that shouldn't be an issue. I think if Korean fans find what he says is an issue, then that's considered an issue. But about that comment that sounded like fat shaming, no Korean fan thought of it as a bad thing he said. No one. And so that's why I took it as like, yeah, what he said, even for me, I never thought what he said was bad either. But then when other people were saying, oh my gosh, this is so bad, I'm like, oh my gosh, like I hope not. But then since I never saw Korean fans react about it negatively, then I'm like, okay, this surely must be a mistranslation. Because if Korean fans are upset about something, that's when we should be more concerned about it. And so it's tough. I think it will always be tough for K-pop singers, fandoms, both the Korean and international side. I think we have to accept it's always going to be tough, but let's hopefully get through it as best as possible. I think that's the best we can ask for. Barbara, what's up, girlfriend? She says, talking about I am Bubble. We're talking about a lot of things, girlfriend, but I'm going soon. And so hopefully you can watch this on replay later, and I'll see you next time, girlfriend. You have I am and Shawnee Bubble right now. Sounds good. I am is more fun than Shawnee One Bubble. What? The translation is not bad to you. Okay, good to know. So I am is more fun than Shawnee. In my opinion, I still haven't subscribed to Shawnee for like a really long time, so I can't attest to it personally. But I never thought I am could be more fun. So, but okay, but I have I am's bubble. I never found it fun, but I don't know. I don't know. To each their own. And also, yeah, you think the translation is not bad. So the thing is, I did turn on translations one time just to see like how it is. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. and and when I was looking at their translations, at first I thought, okay, it's not bad. Like it gets the general meaning, but it doesn't give the deeper meaning behind it. But I think that's impossible for any internet translator to do. And so just knowing the general meaning, I think is perfectly fine, as long as hopefully nothing turns into a misunderstanding. But I've noticed at least it can translate generally, but not deeply. But then I saw one text where it translated to me as the guy telling me, I'm falling deeply in love with you, and I'm like, excuse me. So that's how it translated. Like I fell in love with you, and so then, but when I was reading the Korean for context, he was talking about a TV show, and he fell in love with the singer in this TV show. So that's what he was talking about. But because of he separated the sentences, and the context was lost, and so the translator translated for only that sentence, saying that he fell in love with it. So it's just supposed to be I fell in love with it, like with the show, because we just know from context what he fell in love with. But then the English translation told me I fell in love with you. And I'm just like, this guy is not in love with me. Okay, so anyways, so anyone out there who has their bubble and the automatic translations um is not super accurate. Okay, but it depends because I only saw it for a very very short time of the automatic translations. And so after I saw that, I'm just like, yeah, I don't want to turn this on anymore. And so it's really it's really it's really interesting. That's all to say. But as yeah, just don't trust it 100%, and hopefully just the general meeting is okay. And just always know that is always going to be a little bit tough with the internet translation. And yeah, if you guys ever want me to translate anything for you, please tell me. I would love to do it, but I still can't say I'm 100% accurate either, right? So yeah, anyways, let's go, wow, that's so cool. So Gia's on her because she's learning Korean and you're just really slow at it. That is so cool. I didn't even think you would even want to learn it. Okay, so that's cool. That's cool. And slow or fast, like whatever speed you want to be. I think no matter what, like I've been learning Korean ever since I was a teenager and then even living in Korea, but I still can't say I'm fluent. Like I'm just okay. Like I'm fairly okay. Um but I think becoming fluent, I don't know. I just don't see it as honestly really possible. But anyways, but I don't mean to like but I mean to say like don't feel discouraged if you don't become fluent. That's what I mean by that. So I had to accept this about myself. It's like, yeah, I'm always learning new things about the Korean language every single day. So I'm like, yeah, I'll just go with it with the flow, and I'm very content with my current level. Like of course I wish I can be fluent, but everyone go at your own pace and don't be discouraged to not be fluent either. And so cool, just so cool. So sorry. Yeah. So Barbara says she's sad she's not going to be able to see I am in concert, whatever the reason is, if it's too far away from you or whatnot. Be sad with me because I'm in Korea and I can't see I am's concert in Korea. So let's be sad together. But I'm hopeful that you guys will see Monster X or any other member concert one day soon. I hope so. I don't want to believe never. So I hope you guys will eventually, and it's okay. So we can be sad, of course. Like I'm still sad, but eventually, one day. And then Lulu says, "You did try to learn Korean during COVID, but then you realized that you need to take in-person classes because you're not hearing certain words. Sorry, I am losing my speech. So you're not hearing certain words correctly. Good to know. Good to know. Learning any language takes a lot of time and effort. So I personally took 5 years of Korean schooling for me to be at this level I'm at. But then due to me living in Korea and exposure and whatnot, that's how I personally improved more after my 5 years of schooling. And but the thing is, I needed that schooling. I felt like it's really tough to learn a language on your own. I mean, some people can if they're super super talented, but I definitely needed that foundation which I got from schooling. And after I had that foundation down, and so in my 5th year of Korean classes, I was like, I this is like all like really easy to me. So like I took the level test, right? And so I was placed in this level. So this is apparently what level I'm supposed to be in. But then when I took the class, it was so easy for me. I was like, that's weird. And so after that, my last I decided that that would be my last year of schooling, and I think the rest of of the rest of my Korean improvement, I just have to learn like like just living in Korea, and like I watch a lot of shows. I mean, K-pop being one of them, so I just watch a lot of shows and I learn new words from there, and then learning new expressions and whatnot. So I feel like just living in Korea is how I'm improving my Korean ability. And so anyways, for you guys, yeah, I totally recommend you should have foundation which you get through schooling. But then to some people they don't need schooling. But I definitely recommend you need at least that foundation down. And then as you go through each level, 1,000% it'll get harder all the time. I mean, that's how any language is. So as it gets more and more difficult, you just have to go at your own pace until you feel comfortable with this, with what you're learning, and so once you feel comfortable with it, then go to the next level. So each person goes at different rates. Like some people, they can't understand this certain level, and so it takes them like forever to go past this level. That's fine. Everyone just go at your own pace. So for me personally, I consider myself kind of fast. So I went through the schooling, and then at some point I'm like, okay, this is already like too easy for me, right? But I think I'm a little bit too unique. And so for anyone out there learning a language, I really think it's important you go at your own pace. And so if you didn't understand something fully, don't move on to the new thing. So like take each new thing one thing at a time at your own pace, and then once you feel you're totally comfortable and good with what you just learned, then learn a new thing after that. And so anyways, I need to go, but I have so many tips about learning a language just from my personal experience. And so yeah, if you guys have any questions about things like that, please ask me. I would love to help with that. Um, I am talks about new music he likes, what he eats, and Lucy. Oh, okay. That's a good point. So Barbara telling me why I am's bubble is more fun. I didn't know that Shawnee was like that boring. I didn't know that. And so yeah, I am is cute. Yeah, he says those things that and Lucy, his dog. So he says, I guess yeah, that's fun in that sense of like, he's talking about things like that. And Shawnee, I guess, doesn't talk about things like that. Interesting. Okay, interesting. Um, I don't know. I mean, I don't regret sorry, I don't regret doing their bubble. I still prefer it because I want to know what they're saying for me myself instead of seeing it from a different person, on Twitter or something. So I like to see it myself. And but honestly, I can't say it's very fun. I think I have too high standards, which I know I do for everything. So I think my standards of like how I think a person is fun on Bubble. I mean, Gian posts the most on Bubble out of everyone. Excuse me, I'm so sorry, guys. I'm so sorry. He posts the most, and he does the most live videos as well on Bubble. And so I always found that nice how active he was. But I can't say what he did was fun, right? Like it was just nice to see him and like hear his messages, but I can't say anything he did was super fun. But because I love him so much, that's the only reason why I like it. It's just nice because yeah, because I like him, and I'm just like, oh, even if it's nothing special, I still like it because it's him. And so with the other guys, even though they're not my ultimate bias, I still enjoy it to some extent, but it's never fun. Oh, I'm so weird. Okay. Again, I'm just only speaking for myself, but so I need to say this, okay? I have to say it. So this new K-pop group I've been into, I've only been into them for like a few days, okay? So it's even though it's only been a few days, I decided to subscribe to some of their bubbles. I know. So it's for the first time I subscribed to a new K-pop group bubble that's not Monster X. All right. So I didn't think I would ever have to talk about it, but I have to talk about it now. So it's only been a few days I've subscribed to their bubbles because I'm I'm just curious. So the main reason I decided to subscribe to them because right now I only have IM, right? And IM doesn't post often. And so I was just curious since I'm into this new K-pop group right now. Let me see how their bubble is. And like I can cancel it anytime. So I subscribe to only two members of this new K-pop group, and so they don't talk about anything interesting. That's the thing. But even though it's nothing interesting, for now, I feel like they do a better job at Bubble than Monster X. So can I save that conversation for next time? So I can't say that they're more fun. I don't think they're more fun either, this new K-pop group. But for now, I feel like in my opinion, I feel like their bubble is more enjoyable, but I don't know if it's because I'm enjoying them more as a fan than how I am for Monster X, but in general, I'll talk about that next time. So yeah, so I will tell you guys my comparison between the two, but I'm still so early. Like I've only subscribed to them for a few days. Okay, so I wanted to see for a month how it is subscribed to their bubble, and then I'll make a judgment at that time. But for now, these first few days that I've had their bubble, it's so different. And I'm it's I'll talk I'll talk about it next time. Yeah, okay, okay. I really didn't want to talk too much about this new K-pop group because I'm never gonna tell you guys who they are, but and also I'm still scared if Monster X is watching me. So okay. So we'll see for next time. Okay. Maybe we can see Wano in the West one day. I mean, he said he wanted to go to the USA before enlisting. So I think hopefully after he comes back from the military, he hopefully will visit North America, Canada, hopefully too, and South America. I'm hopeful. I'm hopeful he can. Yes. Lulu says I would want to learn enough Korean greeting people properly. Excuse me. Excuse me. Order food and other ordinary stuff. I'm not going to get the puns or one character poem challenge or argue philosophy. I agree with you too. There is no reason you need to go to that high of a level. Yeah. So that basic amount of Korean that you would want to do, I think you only need like one semester of Korean classes and you should be okay. At least for those that yeah, as long as you don't want to go into like a long conversation in Korean, because if you want to have a long conversation in Korean, I think you need at least 2 or 3 years of Korean school. That's my personal grade about it. But just super simple, as you just said, I feel like just one semester is possible. 2 semesters, which is 1 year. 1 year, I think 1 year I feel like is to polish it more. Yeah. So super basic everything 1 semester, but then 1 year is polishing it more, but it's still not enough for a long conversation. But I think that's solid enough in my opinion. Shonu shines when he does the live when we can see him. Interesting. Interesting. I sometimes see his live on YouTube and yeah, I do think he's more enjoyable in video. Yeah, than writing. Yeah. Even when he writes on Fan Cafe, is nothing interesting either. But I still like whenever they want to write something. That's never a question of like I still like whenever they want to write something, but I never can say it's fun. It's just me. I know it's just me. So Barbara, don't agree with me. Don't worry about it. But yeah, I can never say it's fun for some reason. Yeah. Um Yeah, yeah, Gion's undercut. So she says, "Do you really not want to tell who the group is?" And she's so curious. I know. I really want to stop talking about them because I know it will make you guys so curious. But I'm honestly really scared. Not only because of Monster X watching. Also, I can't say I'm their fan yet. So that's the thing. I think if by chance I really do become their fan, um for now, please don't be curious. I'm so sorry. So I think I'll do my best to talk about them when is needed. So like comparing their bubbles, I really didn't think I would ever talk about it, but so 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 up to that point I can talk about it. But yeah, I really it's until I really do become their fan, then I'll think about it to let you guys know. But I'm still a little bit scared. but we'll see when that day comes because I'm still super early. I'm getting to know them, so we'll, we'll wait and see. Lulu says Shawnu is too cute on his live. Him walking on the street, commenting on poop. I know, commenting on poop on the street and being the poop being human size. He's so hilarious, and I like that about Shawnu. He's it's not that there's no filter, but he doesn't care. Like he's carefree whenever he talks, and I really like that about him. So when he's out and about in his lives, right, he's fun. Checking artists on Bubble, girlfriend. There's like 300 people on there, so hopefully you're not gonna find out. But yeah, now you know who I like is there, but it's over 300 people. So I was a little bit afraid, but since it's really there's no way. There's no just stop it. Okay, so anyways, Gianzonica says it wouldn't be that new group that has deaf artists, is it? So I don't want to acknowledge anything. So you are free to guess, but I never want to acknowledge yes or no, because once I acknowledge yes or no about something, then it will cut down the choices. So just for my sake and for me to not be scared. Okay, so I'm still scared. Okay, so I will not acknowledge anything if you guys want to guess. Okay. Because that group is so unique. Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. And I will not acknowledge anything. Well, if you do really become their fan, I hope you will let us know. Yes, yes. Right now, I'm still very unsure. So like, even though I decide to subscribe to their bubble, so it shows I'm dedicated in some sense, but I really am just so curious. So that's all to say for now about this current K-pop group is that they entertain me. And it's been enjoyable seeing their content and their music and everything. So and getting to know them. For now, everything is so enjoyable, but because it's still so early of me getting to know them and everything, I still don't consider myself a fan. But for me to subscribe to their bubble, I mean, I'm actually paying them money for the first time. But I'm just so curious because they talk about their bubble in their content, and so I was just like, I'm not gonna buy into their fan club or anything. So I'm just like, let me just try it, and I can cancel it anytime. So I'm trying out their bubble now, and it's just shocking me what they do on Bubble, and so not in a bad way. And so anyways, anyways, I think if I really, really, really become their fan, I don't know if that will happen. So if by chance that does happen, I'm so sorry, guys. I need to go. Okay, because I think I'm tired and I can't control my muscles. Okay, so anyways, and my breathing. Okay, so I'll think about it. Like I'm still scared, so I'll think about it. And for now, don't guess, don't be curious. Just all I can say is that they're a new group. That's all I can say. And now you guys know they have Bubble. That's all I can say. That's it. Okay. And I can let you guys know they're all men. I feel like that's no surprise. I mean, I even say I don't yeah, I feel like you can already assume of course they're all men. Okay. So that already cuts it down. It's a new boy group. That's it. Okay. That's all you need to know. Okay, okay. Lulu says, I'm sending big ocean love and support. Glad to hear. Glad to hear. And okay, bye, Chrissy. Bye, everyone. Take care. Yes, yes, yes. Okay, so here's the thing. I would love to talk about this new group with you guys because I would like to see them flourish more, but yeah, I think just no. Can I stop talking? I'm so sorry. I will get to that topic if ever I really become their fan. So for now, I'm just seeing how it is. Okay. Thank you everyone for this quick chat, but it wasn't quick. It was 3 hours and 14 minutes long, but thank you for talking with me and all this stuff, and I have lots of work to do for the next 2 weeks, but maybe you'll see me tweet or Instagram it. But I think a live video won't be for a while. But I still want to do my best to do a podcast at least once a week. But live videos, it's going to be a little bit tricky. So we'll see. We'll see. And as always, be safe, be healthy, be careful. Good day, good night. Don't worry, be happy, stay happy. Take care. Take care of everything around you. See you all next time. You too, Lou. You too, Lou. Good night, good day. All right. Until next time. Goodbye, bye, bye.